and not even Tiernanak, but Tengir over in California. Not a magical elf, as it turns out. Probably for obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
But none of these people generally would be. But he simply goes by Cayenne, which might not be his real name. Another code name he uses is Hargraves.
Hargraves. Cayenne, like the spice?
Well, not exactly. It is spelled like this.
Oh, Cayenne.
But you would say it like Cayenne.
Cayenne. Cayenne Hargraves. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well,
and you'd probably, if you arrange a meeting, it would probably be like at a quaint, small town sort of old style cafe, at one of the tables outside in the morning, with a cup of soy calf and like a plastic cup, as it is the dark future. In at the one table that stands in a spot that gets like a ray of sunlight in the morning instead of the ones that are in the dark from all the smoke and tall buildings everywhere.
Wow.
That's where he would prefer it.
Oh, certainly. I'm coming. That we were going to have this meeting because these people are interesting people, and to further your knowledge about AI, these are the people who I need to talk to. Clearly.
Are you going to go? Or are you going to bring other people?
No, I think Sovereign is going to take this. At least the first meeting is going to take.
That seems to be expectation, at least.
Yep.
It's not nice to bring all your armed body.
No.
Bring around. She's always a people pleaser.
Yeah, she isn't armed at all.
Just a hot surprise.
Yeah, it's like the hot surprise.
You can't see though.
Yeah. Do you want to do that now, or?
Well, what do you think?
We could do it now. I think it's fine if other people listen in. It's not going to be too long.
Sure.
Yeah. So go in there. He will already be there. It's probably expected since he picked the location. Basically wearing what looks very much like sort of a police detective. He has his coat. He has a brimmed hat and. He's elven years. He looks dashing, as most elves do. He's not young. Certainly, he has a few lines on his face and such, which is rare for elves. They live really, really long time. But maybe the non-magical and not really spending as much time in the elven tiers as most elves has taken his toll. It is known that elves sort of enhance each other's magic and elfness by hanging out together, and he doesn't seem to have been part of that. He doesn't seem to have a cyberdeck with him. He doesn't seem to have much with him. He has like a little radio thing in his ear. And seems sitting here. He doesn't really stand out too much, except, I mean, he looks sort of out of a noir film.
Sure.
As a detective. He doesn't smoke though, but he does have a glass of like scotch or something like that.
And I'm not a hot femme fatale either.
it's true.
So
you're not here to lure him into something.
Nope, not necessarily.
You hear a voiceover saying, "It was early in the morning, 7 by my reckoning.
Exactly.
Nice weather, sunny for once. A man came down the street."
Legs up to here, and I knew it would be trouble.
No. He sits there, and as you come close, it seems that he knows you enough by your look. How does Ziegler wear his stuff?
Ziegler wears what he usually wears, which is his black suit trousers, a sort of ruffled shirt that has seen better days, but is at least clean, and then his weathered leather jacket. with like a lot of pockets and stuff where he keeps a lot of tools and other things he might need. Also to better hide the assassin rigging,
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. Apart from that, his
Has he brought his drones?
The drones are probably in the car, hanging out, always ready to strike, basically. And but yeah, that's basically a cigarette, of course, because it's Ziegler smoking his like Russian, terrible Russian brand that he started smoking in the war and never stopped really.
So it was like those cigarettes that they produced because they couldn't get real tobacco. So
and now it's
some sort of heavy dried paper and wood chips and stuff.
Yeah, it produces a terrible stench.
Terrible tar. It really stains the teeth black if you don't scrub them well. Yeah. Well, as you come close, he stands up and sort of steps to the side of the table to reach out his hand.
Ziegler takes the hand.
Does Ziegler generally go by Ziegler or Sovereign in the community? Yeah.
Sovereign, definitely.
It says, Dr. Sovereign. I've heard some good things.
Shakes his hand. Yes. I have also heard some things, although I will say you were not that easy to find. He smiles slightly.
There are many people who would like to.
Nods again.
I do not make it easy for them.
Nods again, sits down, orders a black coffee or something. Something strong.
Yeah, like a coffee with extra.
Yep, extra beans.
Everything strong.
Yeah, give me
extra coffee powder taste.
Yes, extra coffee, please.
Yeah, it's a soy calf, but they put a little more of the taste stuff in there to make it taste more like, coffee.
Yeah. Takes a sip, slight grimace, and then looks over him to say, "Yes, well, if you are familiar with some of my work, then you might also understand why I would be interested in a dialogue."
Let's say, in the community you come from, I think there are many people who are interested in what we do. The reason that we don't speak openly to most is that we are never sure exactly why they want to know. In our field, for instance, shall we say, adoption, it is vitally important not to place an impressionable mind in the wrong hands.
Yeah, Sovereign nods. Yes, that seems like a very wise procedure to me.
Normally I wouldn't be here. I would be off, generally in the UCAS. However, I came here because we monitor much of the Matrix traffic for signs, and those signs have been seen here. I have, to myself at least, confirmed the presence of, being called Messiah in the Matrix systems. How familiar are you with this?
I would say that I am quite familiar with this presence, as I somewhat pride myself of being something of a, if not father, at least a midwife of sorts. He smiles.
Raises an eyebrow and says, Perhaps we would need to speak in an even more remote location then, if there's a story to be said, to be told here.
He nods. Yes, I would be quite happy to speak on this subject, provided, of course, that some of my inquiries could be answered in return.
Well, why don't you start?
Well, Ziegler will lean back a little bit. and say, I have been looking into a few things, a couple of things that came in my way, and I would be very curious to hear anything you would have on something called the Deus incident.
Yeah. Frowns slightly and says, well, that is a curious request.
Ziegler just takes another inhale on the cigarette.
There's been a few documented and real, very real, events of birth. What you speak of is one such event. Most of what is normally called or thought of as a birth is really simply a mistake, in a way, a leftover piece, a conjoined twin that cannot really live on its own. I think we have enough to talk about for us to do it in a secure location.
Ziegler nods. Agreed.
Sure. He'll ask you. I understand you drive.
He smiles. Yes, quite well, I'm told.
This I don't. Perhaps you would do the honor. I will show you the way to.
Wonderful.
A safe spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Car drives off, and you get to what seems to just be a small internet cafe. Basically, there's computers. None of them are really so that you can jack into them. It's just meant for people who don't have data jacks. Sure. And probably don't need a computer that often in their life. But they might sometimes need it or want to do something with it. They also have weekly nights, nights where they do television shows, basically, where you can go in and watch stuff communally. He will simply smile to the owner and nod. And you'll be taken to a back room. We'll sit down and simply say that to all of his knowledge, this place is safe. It's simply not really big enough or a big enough deal to anyone that anyone has cared to check it for anything. He will cutting it a little short, perhaps.
That's fine.
Start by explaining about the Deus incident. This was a true AI birth. That an AI appeared in a Renraku facility, and what exactly sparked it is still not entirely known, to him at least. Maybe Celadir would know, but though they like free information. There's some personal details.
Can I talk to Celadir?
But it was messy, and it got very messy because the people who were involved in this were what was at the time known as Utaku, which was a bit of a slur, he supposes, but basically they were the primeval sort of technomancers. And it was in the era where technomancy began appearing. Now, what occurred was that this AI creature, through the technomancers, learned how to interact with the human and metahuman mind, and how to modify it by data. It did so, and quickly found out by looking at Renraku's way of being that basically it adopted their way of behavior, right? A supremacist view that puts it above all others, There it took the name of Deus, or God, given to it by the cultists to believe that this would be a way for mankind to ascend. They forcibly ascended many people by capturing them and implanting them with cyberware, particularly eyes, which allows this AI to interact with their brain, implant thoughts, make them want to like it, make them trust it, make them worship it. The event was ended after half a year or so of having the building simply blockaded under the threat of terrorist attacks. This is something that's known to people, but it was ended by interaction with another AI.
Ooh.
An older one, who, it went by the name of Morgan. It interacted with Deus. It integrated Deus, and by doing so, it changed itself. It is. He sort of steals a little bit. Says he has not spoken to it himself, but it is something Halldamir holds close. It was the only way to really end the event after it had gone on for so long. He was simply too integrated, too well set in his ways for anything else to be possible.
Oh.
However, the Taku were not killed to a man, and some of them escaped. Now, that would not normally be a problem, because such an event would be very unlikely to happen by itself again, or happen in the same way again even. However, their cybernetics still had code from this being inside of them. They were upgraded, so to speak. And that software had the ability to, well, not be a true AI, but something very like it. A broken one. A damaged piece, a fragment, a damaged clone, if you will.
Mm.
It has happened before. It is never easy to deal with, depending on the measure of damage. And what they've learned, basically, is that a damaged clone like this will always attempt to repair itself by any means necessary. For Deus, this is usually done by integrating humans and parts of their personality to fill in the holes of what's broken. An AI simply cannot fit into a human mind. It is too big. And so to really function, it needs a very big computer system. Before it has that, it will not function at peak performance, and will simply attempt to acquire that so that it can think clearly. It is sort of like a person having a perpetual headache and constantly forgetting who or what they are, except for a driven desire to repair itself. This is what he believes is going on here in Berlin. A fragment has appeared, and it seems to be far more intact than any other he has encountered.
Oh, so he thinks Messias is a part of Deus.
Yes. He believes the name is it is searching for itself, in a way.
All right.
Its need to repair itself exists, however, what it seeks can't be found.
All right.
It seems, however, that this is a much more complete fragment. It doesn't identify itself as Deus, which is rare. It might indeed be its own thing. He is not sure yet. He has not checked it yet. Checked enough of it, anyway. You have to be very wary with these sorts of things. What he's worried about is the company it keeps. If he and his people were the ones to interact with it and to guide it, he's beginning to think that it could become a force for good in this world. However, he does not believe that worshipping them is the right way to teach them.
All right. All of this seems to be very persuasive. I think. I think Sovereign will, to the best of his ability, explain basically what happened. Not really name any names or anything, but more describe like the events, because we're not selling out our clients, of course. Never do that. But he will explain the. Explain this because he believes this Cayenne here. He believes that this AI probably needs to be looked after a bit. As I said, it's like a frightened child thrown into a world that it has very vague concepts of, and if Halldamir and friends can get on that,
also for something for Ziegler.
Yes.
You would know that Ashley has both a cyberdeck, that one of the cyberdecks that was implanted with code during its awakening. Still, she took one of them, as well as she still, of course, has that piece of fragment code that tried infecting people.
Right. I mean, we can hand it over to the Halldamir people, and they might be able to do something with it. It's up to you, really. It's your stuff.
I mean, Ashley's not with you now, but it's something Ziegler would know she has.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I'm not going to sell you out like, oh yeah, my friend, she totally got all that stuff. I can tell you where she lives. No, but we can discuss that later, I suppose. But yeah, he will, as I said, to the best of his ability, explain how it came to be, and in what situation, etc. And without telling you exactly who we work for.
You can add Cayenne as a +1 loyalty contact. He is a Matrix contract.
Hooray!
He has a strength of 3 with a strong hold.
Yay! Another friendly Matrix dude.
Yeah, he'll say that he is one of 3 agents in Berlin, 3 knights. They usually operate sort of in small teams so they can assist each other, but there's not many of them in that respect. And mostly they operate through the Matrix.
Sure. How do you become a knight? How do I get this? How do I get into this, man?
Well, you generally get brought back home with one of the knights, and then you get introduced to the whole thing. You get inducted, so to speak. It is very much a. I mean, if everyone knew, they would be screwed. So they have secretive for that very reason, to protect themselves and the AI that are part of them. However, Halldamir
I want a friendly AI.
Great creature, and he's a great being, and he is a force for good. And they believe that they can be as well. And even though they're ahead of their time in this respect, they're always someone who have to push things in the right direction.
Would Halldamir, would a dragon be enough of a body for an AI to inhabit?
He doesn't know. He is, but I mean, that is something that could. Like he imagines that that's possible. Like an AI can operate through people, but it can't exist within them completely. It could very well be that it could take it over. It's not something he has really given much thought.
True.
The idea of Halldamir being controlled is not something he. That would be a terrible event.
Sure. I mean, I'm just thinking if it came. This is just a hypothetical. If it actually came to a mind battle between Halldamir and an AI, or a Matrix battle, I assume Halldamir would win, but I mean,
he's very good, and he also has. He would not be alone.
Yeah, I guess so.
Against an AI, he's very smart, and one of the few dragons that has embraced the Matrix world.
Well,
which is why Ashley's also a fan.
Well, Sovereign will be like, well, here's the address. You can send us, send me a letter, send me a mail, and we can work.
Maybe pen pals.
Yeah, pen pals. I would love to hear more about this stuff. At some point,
will give you two of his like throwaway Matrix tags.
Sure.
They'll be active for a little bit, and he continuously makes new ones and changes information and such to keep. Like, he doesn't care about them being known or anything like that. But
that's fine.
It's
more setting up a contact with the group.
Yeah.
And after the meeting, then Sovereign will come back home and be in very good mood. I'd probably go into Ashley's room and be like, "Listen, lady." We need to talk.
Ashley, at this point, is probably on her computer.
I have a week. Teach me to be like you, to deck like you.
I want to be hip.
Cool for a 50-60-year-old.
Yes. Oh, hello.
So Ashley looks at you. Yes.
Sovereign will explain what went down. And the contact he has forged, and basically has to relay everything to Ashley as well, pointing out that the things she has in relation to this could be very useful information when it comes to, controlling or seeking out Messiah. Because if it is Deus, if that is actually Deus, then that's a real problem.
Ashley smiles slightly. There's a reason I like to collect stuff.
Looks around at the pizza boxes.
Not those. Anyway, I think this sounds like a great thing.
Oh man, you guys.
Stacks of floppy disks.
They're going to be useful again someday.
No, this is the future of the 80s. Floppy disks are all the rage. Them are like laser discs.
Oh, laser discs are the best.
You put them in the side of the cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Ashley's totally willing to talk to you about this, and it seems to be decently excited about it as well. She actually, she likes this idea a lot.
I have a question.
She also loves the idea of Dragon Decker. So
yes, it's so cool.
Since we've been to the east so much, can True Warrior have a stray dog?
She can go and find a stray dog. There's plenty of stray dogs in Berlin.
Can she have one and just have brought it in without anyone knowing?
She could probably just carry it in.
Yeah. I mean, Vice is going to...
we'll find out, but you can bring it in.
Yeah. Vice is aware of her surroundings.
Stray dogs are not a rare thing.
And she's like, I don't have a dog.
Is it a cute stray dog?
That's true.
Or is it like a mangy, like horrible...
Okay, I sent you the token. Can you add it to the other bed in her room?
I mean, it would probably not be good looking to begin with, at least.
No, but
it's probably like...
I imagine she found it wounded, and that she's just nurturing it back to health in her room, because she does have one in...
It's probably Raku who wounded it.
Probably. Well, she's just like, I want to help this puppy.
Is it going to be like D-Dog? Like have an eye patch and a knife?
No.
Eye patch and a knife.
Yeah.
Jonas, do you know what a stray dog looks like?
I mean, I played Metal Gear Solid 5.
So, no.
He looks great.
That is my interaction with life.
Yeah.
It's a big dog.
Yeah, actually,
that is a very big dog. Holy crap.
Let me here we go. Here we go. That's what I want.
Look
at them.
Yeah, Ashley's certainly willing to talk to Cayenne at your next meeting if you want, and bring along this.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I don't like about that?
Wolf.
It's not the eye patch, it's the fact that it's using a freaking knife. It has teeth.
Well, he has a knife in a sheath, and he pulls up the knife with his mouth and then stabs someone in the throat with it. It's great. And also has a helmet. He has a helmet. So I mean, it's just.
God,
I think
so
that
dumb.
is a wolf. Like what?
No, that's D-Dog. Don't be silly.
That's a fucking wolf, man.
Anyway.
Can I be able to control?
No. You aren't? Alright, sure.
I sort of expected Manikai to go, no.
You should be able to double
I control the dog. I'm the dog now.
Sure, you can be the dog.
You should be able to double check sign a owner.
Well, just one day she comes.
There we go.
Comes home with something wrapped in her coat, and she just walks past you all and goes into a room.
Anyway.
It's fine. Vice walks the walk of shame a lot, so she just expects it's that.
Sure.
Actually, doesn't have a particular issue with it being now.
Vice has a monkey friend. Let's be honest.
Here's a D-dog in full armor with.
We're not judgy.
This is stealth D-dog. He doesn't have the knife here. He has the stun. This is stun baton instead.
Stun baton.
What the fuck?
Look at him.
That's very
dumb.
Very anime.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
That's so dumb.
He's great. Look at him.
Dog.
If he needs to pee or poop,
there's a hole at the back.
He's gotta have holes, yeah.
They don't need holes. They need an entire area
clear.
It's specially designed by a stealth team, so you know.
Where does True Warrior walk her new dog friend? Just the streets.
Yeah, she doesn't use a leash. It just walks behind her.
Yeah.
There's leash laws, damn it.
Just goes into some the Yakuza garden.
Well, she just walks.
Vice wakes up from a BTO and there's the dog, and she's like, "What the fuck is?"
Yeah, I want that you wake up, you're on that couch and you wake up and then there's a dog right there.
There's the thing where it lays down and then begin pushing you.
Yeah, it's starting to push you off the couch.
See, he's scratching at the door. He goes to open it, and then dog runs over and takes his seat.
You wake up like that.
Oh, dogs. Yeah, it's probably going to be very shy and afraid in such a beginning because it's a street dog. It's completely always just being kicked and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it. Oh, sure. Anyway. It was a cute dog. That's fine.
With that,
that's fine. Though. It's allowed.
With that though, does anyone want to help me fixing my cyber deck at all?
Yeah, I can help a bit if you want.
I don't know how I would.
I mean, essentially, I need more down action to do it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
How can I help?
It's money.
I just need all your money, really. That's all I just...
You know, how much money do you have at the moment?
I have 2 credits.
I'll give you 1.
Okay.
You wanna stop sending your fetish dog pictures?
What?
Oh, that's not my fetish dog pictures.
It totally looks like a fetish dog.
I've seen his fetish dog pictures, and
it looks like a fetish dog with all that leather.
So you wanted to repair Cyberdeck?
Yes, I will spend that credit immediately and bring my Cyberdeck down to weakened as they've impaired.
Right.
They do more soldering work on it.
No, it's just less effect when using it.
Anyone else want to help, or should I spend one of my last credits here on it?
Burn your own credits, man.
I suppose I can toss you a credit.
It's up to you. You don't have to, but up to you.
Yeah, some money.
There will be a reckoning.
Is Ziegler wanting to help?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. In that case, I'll spend that, and I will fully repair my cyberdeck with a very, very long, basically montage.
Well, the money basically is people buying you better stuff to do it with.
Ziegler, your Ashley's actually for once in your workshop a lot as you see her constantly working with the soldering irons.
No, sure.
A montage. She's crying and working and looks at an image of her holding it and she's like, ah.
Yeah. Then one of the scenes just cuts to her having Chinese.
Yep.
Cursing at some guy online.
Yeah. Vice walks by in the background, only slightly out of focus. Short video of her being
like, no, I don't know how to stop someone from tracking me online.
Then
read a fucking manual.
Government has been tracking my Bing searches. Can I have help?
Bing searches.
Then another scene of Ashley exhausted and chewing the dog walks up.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see if Chew's there, the dog is right next to her, almost clinging to her legs.
Mm-hmm. But I'm happy with this. I have my cyberdeck working again.
What does Jade Monkey think of this dog?
It's it doesn't have a magical presence really. So
Alright, cool.
it's sort of blurry for him, but it's an animal. Yeah,
Alright, cool.
he does no problem with dogs. He hasn't really known many dogs.
So now you do.
Your
Like
cats are
vultures.
afraid of them though, so that'd be a good thing for him. He's not a big fan of cats. They're scary.
So unless we're becoming veterinarians, I think we actually have some shadow running to do.
Yeah. It's been an hour and 45 minutes of not great amounts of.
Yeah, you can take a job, or we could
Yeah.
do our meetings.
Do our meetings?
At your leisure. You
I would say, since we're not entirely wanting to deal with anything to do with Renraku right now,
No,
possibly just go speak to Mr. Zitlan.
we need to let Renraku cool off a little bit more, I would think.
Mhm.
You were come home covered in blood. What?
I'm just relaxing. Also found a dog.
Yeah,
The dog is just
I found this dog.
huge.
These events are not
eyes
really-
of Fred. Like, oh god, the things I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I don't bring him to the hunting. He stays in the.
Don't bring your daughter to the slaughter.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's called hunting when you slaughter things.
Also, it's a boy dog. It's not my daughter.
Dog getter.
Yeah, I'd say that's go to Mr. Zitlan.
Yeah, Mr.
Alright.
Zidlan.
Any objections?
No.
Mr. Z.
So we go to a pyramid.
I had Harley Quinn's voice going, "Oh, Mr. Z."
Yeah, basically.
I also just say I'm sure Vice is enjoying going to these pyramids all the time.
Vice loves
you used
Aztec.
to live there.
Yeah.
Harley
don't-
Quinn is the Joker's girlfriend.
I know.
No,
Yeah.
I'm telling Manikai.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
look
I'll
really-
believe you.
You
He
look
does know
really
who the Joker is.
confused.
he's like, who?
It's
What?
the guy from Superman, right?
Yes, yes.
The
True.
Ice Ray.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to say anything because I know you're joking, but my brain is like, tell him.
Tell him he's wrong.
Fought the Terminator once.
Yeah, he did.
Nice guy.
Nice
That was the
Puns.
yeah.
Puns, I've
That was
heard.
that was the best rap battle ever.
In the sixth world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this meeting is not hidden. It's in one of the corporate meeting rooms in the center of the pyramid. You're brought in. There's a nice man showing you the way, and he has nice fine clothes and everything.
Get a coffee.
And it's real coffee, and you're brought into a large room with it looks kind of imagine a supervillain's lair. There's a long table with a big chair at the end where Mr. Sitlan is sitting, sort of looking at you as the door, as the sort of butler, the corporate manager here opens the door and gestures you in to the room. He doesn't have any papers or anything with him, and there's just lots of chairs, way too many chairs. It's clearly not a meeting room made for meeting with 4 people. It looks like sort of a little bit like a smaller boardroom. You go in and you see him sort of in his lap. He's sort of stroking the head of a big golden cat, while another one is sort of slowly walking back and forth behind him.
On patrol.
No, it's more like a jaguar. Yeah, no, it is 2 golden colored. A feline.
If it's a freaking jaguar,
Yeah, no, there's 2 of them. They're golden colored, and their markings look like the markings of 2 you've seen before. As they walk
Oh,
back and
that's
forth
very
there,
awkward. Yeah.
petting its head.
Yes.
They're keeping their
Very
eyes
cool.
down, close to him here, as he
Wait,
says,
Don't say-
"Please, sit down." He looks agitated. His bald head full of the long, strange tattoos that cover his hands and really any visible part of him.
Oh yeah, I sucker punched one of them.
You are muted, by the way, Tina.
I know, but it was so funny. I just sucker punched like right in the face.
She looks at you entering.
Sure. She just sits down.
Sits down as well.
I can sucker punch any cat.
I see you. You're aware of why I've called this meeting? Why I invited you here to the center of my power.
I don't. Sure.
Looks around. It's just a medium-sized boardroom. I mean, if it's a center of power, I imagine the full, you know.
It's like these two
And
cats.
in the astral,
like-
it's actually
all alone
crazy.
now.
Yeah, in the astral, just got this like blood palace.
Yeah.
And it's like, if only you could see the true splendor.
These poor cats.
Well, I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe you just can't see it because none of you are.
Why don't we
Yes,
ask?
you recently brought me some information. Information that only confirmed what I was already anticipating. I created a plan for dealing with it. Risky, costly, but possible. A plan that required a man who is now dead.
Lol.
Audiences understand that you do what you do for money. That is your motivation. That growing meager wealth is what you want to do with your lives. However, I would like to inform you that I do not appreciate this interfering with my plans, with my dealings, with my altruism. You may not think these insects are your problem. You may not think that what they do matters to you. But I can assure you that they are everyone's problem. I can assure you that I take them very seriously.
Sovereign nods and says that is also what we believe in. That is why we brought this to your attention.
The rest of you says, and should you not think that they are a problem, rest assured that they and I will make sure that you help in dealing with this problem now. You took away the man who I had, who could help deal with this problem, and now I have no one. The resources we are sent here from the homeland are not quite what I would hope for. We produce media, mainly, as our output. And I don't think the dear girl is going to do much about this problem.
Damn.
What girl
Yeah.
is he talking about?
That girl.
What girl?
That's
Starlight?
Sophia Starlight.
Yeah.
She can't really sing them to death, I suppose. You know, I don't know. I don't know, like, we don't know what he's talking about, of course.
No.
But if we knew what he was talking about, maybe that old ghost man was a bit of a dick and wouldn't have helped you anyway. I don't know. But we don't know, of course.
Well, the only one who really knows is
The
Ice.
jaguars
And
stalk back and forth behind him.
Yeah, the Jaguars were kind of there.
Want to get punched again, Jaguar? Like, it did end well for you last time, so don't try this again, because it's yeah.
well, it's,
Now,
it is Vice who knows all those
With
information about that guy.
my expert out of the picture, the only people who will really know how to handle these creatures, and the only people who will be asked to do so when the big meeting arrives, is Ares, a company that has no formal presence here, nor do they have any vested interest in this city. Now, I will not speculate on who paid you for what you did,
Hello?
but they are the ones who seem to be in the area of, well, I would not say profiting, but being relied upon. And having people rely upon you is power. If things continue like they are now, my best guess would be that in just 2 years, Berlin will be Buck City 2.0. At its worst, it will spread further. Far further.
Mm-hmm. Again, we brought this to you so you could...
I have done my research. I've checked the source of these spirits. They came here by ship to the Netherlands from Chicago, smuggled out of it, as far as I can tell.
Oh my god.
Brought to the Netherlands, through there to Berlin. Smugglers' passages.
I have a question.
Someone very wealthy and very blind to both this world and reality has made sure that it got here. Someone paid a lot of money to get it here.
I have a question.
Someone expects this whole thing to go in their favor. And I do not intend to let them have their way.
Was it Team B who smuggled those bees?
If so, that'd be the longest pun that anyone's ever made.
And only Manakai could pull it off.
I mean, it was taken up from the Netherlands. We went the other way, didn't we? So
We came from... We?
Were we given a strange package to deliver from the Netherlands?
We did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh. Well, shit.
I know. Hey, we don't know anything about this.
Yeah, B team indeed. God damn.
Yeah, that's B-team, that's what those losers.
That is so...
They suck. They're so terrible.
Yeah, we don't know that, but, I just thought that...
So, the men who knew anything about these things are gone. And I think you will be grateful for the opportunity to help me catch up on what was lost. I've made this slyly before, but I will now ask you, as we are now, I will need some of these creatures, or some of them, to figure out how to deal with them. I will need area scientists, specialists, and material in order to figure out how they deal with them. These are 2 things that you can make sure that I get. The most pressing, of course, would be the live samples, so we can test our own equipment upon them. I would, in short, need you to go and capture me one of these buck creatures and bring it to me alive, disabled if you can find a way to do so. If not, then simply alive. I'll pay for it dead, but I don't think it will do what I need it to do.
I have become quite good at knocking bees out, so,
This seems like a workable solution to our little problem, doesn't it?
I mean, sure. We can probably bring a bug here. I mean, if you want one. I just hope you can contain it, because...
How high rank do you want?
I'll give you a drop-off location.
He doesn't have a rank, he just gets it as a B.
Well, the thing is, there are those with a lot of dots, and there's those...
I think he wants an actual B, not a person turning into an actual B.
Yeah, he wants the actual
Well,
bee.
we've only seen one bee.
Point is, that's what he wants.
One of them?
Yep.
Maybe some of the larvae, if possible.
Oh, larvae, sure, that was easy. But, where are they now?
I mean, probably...
Same place. They don't
No,
tend to move.
No, they did
west.
move.
They moved.
Oh.
We got told that location was empty.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Well, I assume he has a location in mind for us.
He does. He believes they could be found.
Bee
So
leaves.
why is actually Ares containing Bug City? Why isn't something like Aztec doing it? Because Aztec to me seems to be way better equipped to do it.
It's power. Bug City is in Chicago. It is in the Confederacy. It is Ares' homeland. They would not simply give it up to the people south of the border.
But couldn't...
Beyond that, Ares have incredible amounts of firepower. They have so
That's
far
true.
contained it. Well, until now at least. And they've done so remarkably well. I'll admit that. They have experience with it. It occurred in their land. They fought it. And frankly, this technology does not have as many friends as Ares does. Containing this city is only done with support from all of the great corporations. Send in material, wealth, knowledge to Ares in order for them to keep this under wraps and keep it contained. Should a similar thing happen to Berlin, I can only imagine that a similar deal would need to be struck, and I have no intention of allowing my resources to flow into their pockets to deal with a problem that was caused by their inability to do what they were paid to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, this seems reasonable enough. Sure, we can bring him a bug. That's a good first step. We can do that at least. Surely.
Good. After that, perhaps, at some point, you would do me the favor of... Well, I'll have to find out where these Ares people are hiding, but...
We'll get on the bug case.
Once you decide or find or decide to get on this, do tell me a message. The location I will have you bring it to will need to be prepared quite significantly. Do not return empty-handed to it. There will be a lot of resources going into preparing the site.
Right.
I'd like to share something with the group real quick. If I seem to be in a bad mood or anything, it's because our incredibly annoying neighbor that I want to strangle is holding another party, and she's so damn loud that you can hear it and feel it in the floor.
Oh, I see. I can sympathize.
I've heard you can.
Asshole neighbors.
I just wanna fucking kill her. That's how I fall from grace. I kill our neighbor because she's so
And that's
fucking
when
dumb.
we don't play with Tina anymore.
Unfortunately, Tina,
No. There's internet in the jail in Denmark.
Anyway,
Unfortunately, Tina, you have now had this broadcasted to the entire world. Your intentions.
True.
You know what? Sure.
the world is watching.
You know what? I hope she's listening. Neighbor,
You
if you're listening, fuck you.
Oh, there we go.
I
Bitch.
doubt it, honestly.
It would be incredibly coincidental if
You know, I hope so.
she
They
did.
had a party about watching us play Shadowrun. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
That would be sexy.
I'd be a little flattered, to be honest.
No, I'm not flattered because she's a fucking pig and she's so annoying.
I'd be flattered, personally.
Anyway, let us
Yeah.
move on.
So I'm in a bad mood. There you go. Sorry,
okay.
guys. It's not your fault.
It's
Where are we being sent?
fine.
What is our destination? More east?
I
No.
guess so. Huh?
No.
Oh,
No.
thank God.
He's in the west.
An event occurred. He imagines that they manufactured it to spread them easier, but the underground tunnels and the smuggler tunnels were flooded, washing their eggs and larvae, and residue of their hives into all of the underground tunnel system.
Are they dead?
Ruh-roh.
No, water doesn't kill them.
Oh.
So it just seems that everything we have done for the last year has just been made everything worse
Yep.
all the time. Like we can't have
It's
a
a
good
perfect
vision.
AI.
It's just
We're the
the
perfect.
AI is also like murderous.
We're just so good.
No, it's not murderous yet. It's learning. We can teach it to be.
Yeah, it's learning to be murderous. So I
We
guess
keep
sort of
good.
remember being murderous.
Like, I still feel it's the same as last time. We're not making stuff worse. We're just discovering that it is freaking bad here.
Mm-hmm.
We're just discovering the truth. You know,
I
that
know,
this place is. It's not
Wow.
our fault that there are bees.
I mean, it's
They-
an important point that it's possible another set of
Well,
runners done
I
it if
mean,
we didn't do it.
it's not Group A's fault necessarily, but
You have to keep in mind another group of runners might have done it if we didn't do it, right?
I
That
think
is
we're
very
just
true. I
discovering.
think the story would have still gone on, but it just so happened that
We were the pieces used.
yeah,
It's just-
Yeah. Which is pretty normal when it comes to stuff like this that we are used to.
Turns out Shadowrun's a crap sack.
yeah,
It sure is.
it's a
Anyway,
pretty shitty job, really, when you think about it.
so what part? Where were we going? Some part of the sewers. Then we're going to some warehouse.
Yeah, basically. There's a. They've set up a location that you would like you to go to and deal with. Beyond that, though, as you return home from the meeting, there's another job request.
We'll listen to it, I
Oh
suppose.
my goodness.
It is from Miss Clayton.
Annabelle,
Oh.
Uh-huh.
who wants to set up Bug City 2.0.
She would very much like to continue your fruitful cooperation, now that you are, partners. Partners. And he believes that that there is information that needs to be told to all of Berlin, and that the best way to reach them is to be loud about it. As such, they have produced a public service video, and they would like that to run on prime time television.
They want to bring in a Horizon, don't they?
They want you to enter, yes, a Horizon TV station, and play the program while making sure that it plays all the way through, and then just get out of it. That's really all that they would want.
Halldamir?
They'll pay you well for it, of course.
Yeah?
Because you have the takes one to know one.
Yeah.
So does Vice know if she was lying about that we're doing a good job about not telling people?
Does Vice know?
Was that a lie on her part that we're doing a good job not telling anyone?
Yeah. Does she? But does she
What do you
basically
mean?
know
No,
that?
that's not at all what was said.
Oh,
Saying that there is information that needs to be told to everyone, and
Yeah,
they
but-
have made a video that contains that information.
No, but at the beginning you were like, since we're doing such a good job,
It's a good partnership, yeah.
is she lying about that?
Oh, last time you did a mission for them and it went great.
Yeah. It was. She's Ares. We did a mission to become partners with Ares.
Yeah, but you know, maybe she was sarcastic.
Well, so the question here, I mean, I thought it was going to be something worse than that, like basically some like opposite of what we just got from Aztec.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe the video is like, the bugs are coming and only Ares can save you.
Yeah,
I reckon it's going to be exactly that. Yeah.
that
The-
or
The
go
only
to
thing,
the bugs are the only savior.
yeah, the only thing.
Bug
what-
is the savior.
Well, I don't think it'd be something that blatant, but what I think it could be is what a large part of the bugs was about, like the more you know. Like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
so if it happens to contain, it could be something subliminal, like given like what these bugs can do, right?
Yeah.
It might have something that would, like, cause people to change faster. Is my worry.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea to check that first.
Well, the problem is we don't have an easy way to check that, right? We don't know
not?
how this stuff works. Not properly.
I don't think we
I-
get to preview the image
Yeah,
first.
we would have to accept the job first anyway. At that point, backing out of the job would cause big problems for us.
I
I
think
personally would say
that-
go on as texting.
Yeah, I think working with Mrs. Sitlon here is
So-
a better option. I do think that
Like, we should be very careful about our cooperation with Ares from now on. I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think Ares we have a thing going, but that needs to be kept at arm's length at the moment.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll help them if we think it's nothing related. But anything we think could be related, we're not touching.
No, we don't want to help Bug City.
Nope.
No.
Like we've got two things we're wanting to help right now: shut down the bugs, and probably help Cayenne with the AI problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think those are our two sides we're going for right now.
We need an AI to fight the bugs. Just get there and
Is it Mr. Zitland paying us for our aid with him or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
A compensation fee, of course.
He understands that we actually need money to operate.
Yeah, and he understands that that's what makes you do things. And you will find a way to earn it. And if he doesn't give some to you, then you'll do something else to earn it. And,
I would like to.
that didn't go so well for him last time, did it?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Like, we
There's
don't.
no proof.
I don't.
They're just cats. Cats
We
are
have no.
assholes.
Yes,
Everybody
yeah,
knows.
the cats are liars. You can't trust a damn word.
No.
Liar, liar, cats are liars. You remember that old saying, right?
Yeah.
Old Aztec saying.
The old cat
Never
Aztec
trust a-
adage.
Cut a
Never-
deal with a jaguar.
Exactly.
Never trust a jaguar.
No,
Never-
it's
ne-
just we
never
had
trust a
certain problems.
cheetah.
Honestly, who put us in a position where we had to kill Warlock Dude? It was Mr. Sitlan by contracting us to do what we did. So, us getting rid of the crap we got from doing his dirty work, he should be more generous here, I believe. He should.
He
At
doesn't
the
see-
bottom of it, we do not know what he's talking about.
No, we do not.
Anyway,
And as long as
I
he doesn't
was
press the issue,
Eating
we don't have a problem.
pancakes and
Yeah.
I was dead at the time. I don't know.
Anyway, I think at this point we are in a good position that we can perhaps try to deal with what he's asked us to deal with.
the place he has suggested is, according to him at least, probably smaller than the other one, as the big hive was split up and broken and split around. There's a lot more of them, but they're a lot smaller.
That should be
can't
easy.
Worker bees.
Hmm?
It's like the worker bees are here. Not like the
Wasps
soldiers.
mainly, but
The wasps.
Wasps
but
have
he
soldiers.
he doesn't have much information how they work. But
the
he
main
needs
way-
one to find out what he
It should
can.
be easier if it's a smaller hives, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, maybe we can just find one of the lavas in the sewers.
But we need to find. Well, he said, he said he'd. He said he would want actual a proper one. About a lava would be a nice extra.
Yeah.
Or if you can't get anything else, like
Mhm. I mean,
he certainly has no illusion that
this is really difficult.
that it's going to be a milk run. It's not really.
I mean, preferably, like the best case scenario is we get him both, right? One larvae and one proper. Best case scenario.
That would be nice.
He'll get whatever the damn thing we can get.
I mean, if we can get him both, I think that'd be nice. I think he'll probably give us a little bonus if we can get both of them.
Sure. And he'll be a bit happy. And, don't be
You
sad
know,
that
bring him
your
up to
that your
three.
old
Okay.
grumpy ghost disappeared because he was a dick and was going to leave you anyway.
But we don't know anything about that, so.
No. Yeah, I mean, that would be my speculation.
Yeah.
So we're given the location to go to.
Vice has the jade monkey in her bag.
Is it just some spot in the city then? City sewers?
Oh, no.
It not really. It's in like one of the basically Berlin has a lot of people, and the Spree is where they get their water from. However, it's not really big enough to get drinkable water to all the people in the city. They have a lot of like big cleaning, what do you call them, like waste treatment
Yep. Waste treatment plants.
plants. Yeah. Many of these in the Sixth World are run sort of. I mean, there's some of the buildings that are still run by the government, and they're not run particularly well. Like breakdowns are frequent.
They're kept just barely working.
Boil your water alerts are pretty
Yeah.
common. The designation is one of these places.
I will be right back.
It is sort of removed because usually they smell super bad. It's at the outskirts of the city. It basically is a series of major tanks and long buildings with filters and huge like pool-sized vats of waste.
Oh, I know. There's one in my hometown. And they don't smell pretty.
They shouldn't.
They sure don't for a city this massive either. This is not just Berlin. It's Berlin in 2017. Or 2070 even. Which is it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people.
I'll be right back. I need to get something to drink.
Well, I guess we'll take just a minor pause then.
I mean, it's at least a good thing we have some idea what we're doing now.
Yeah.
So that's nice. So we're going to be doing more runs against the bugs, right?
I'm fine with that.
And that gives us something to think about. Because we also have some idea who we're going to possibly piss off with this.
Yeah.
We might piss off either Ares. We might piss off Corporation when it comes to Ares, but more likely it's just to be Arcane we're going to piss off, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think mostly Arcane and Zamora we're going to piss off.
Well, Zamora is Arcane, isn't she?
Yes, but I'm saying, she'll be the contact. But the point is, we'll also be raising our heat with Arcane in general.
Yeah. But now, at least
it's a good thing. It's a good thing to keep in mind because we can, we might want to be considering doing more heat with Arcane, maybe.
Well, at least we do have Duke back now, so.
Yeah, we can now lower it again because we have Duke, right? So.
Yeah.
We only have 3 points right now, but then again, we're unlikely to ever need to. Well, and I don't think it would never be really a wasted action unless we roll crit. So keep in mind it's something we can do now.
Mm-hmm.
We can clear without risking probably overdoing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And having a clean, there's nothing wrong with having a clean bar in the end.
Nothing at all wrong with that.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just considering right now who we're going to be setting our heat up with right now. So it's going to be Zamora we're going to be pissing off, and it's going to be Arcane, the kind of heat we're going to be looks like when we're getting from this.
Isn't well,
She is an Arcane contact. She's just the darker side of Arcane.
Yeah.
I suppose. But isn't she paria? In here, isn't she just everyone hates her, right?
Not really, because she has a cult following her. So clearly not.
Well, but it's who cares about the cult? Everyone else hates her.
Well, if Bug City succeeds, no. Everyone inside Bug City will love her.
But we're gonna kill her. That's the whole point of this.
The point still comes, though. She'll be still producing heat against us in the Arcane track.
Stupid.
Which, of course, we can use Duke to push back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're at 3 points right now, which means if even of us do spend an action to do that, as time goes on, that won't be a waste right now. Because unless we crit, we can't clear more than 3.
It's true. It's true.
It's just a point to keep in mind, because we could generate a lot of heat depending on how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Not producing one extra, but we can still produce a lot of heat.
Okay, guys, I just killed someone. It's getting a little bad here. So I may have to run now.
Okay.
Alright, well.
It was
Game's
fun.
over.
Yes,
We'll see you guys later.
Right,
no, I just got something to drink. Her blood, but no.
Tina's got a gun.
Yeah. I got a gun in my pocket!
Yeah, this
The Aerosmith song comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just something I wanted to bring up before I run that. Hey, that is something that could be done to lower the heat.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, do anyone have an extra action to spend?
No, if anyone wants to spend a cred to lower heat.
What did I miss?
Basically, I just went over the fact that so we're going to be running against Zamora, of course, the bee person, the bee or the wasp prophet, right?
Yeah.
And so we just keep in mind that we're going to be generating arcane heat here. So, and this might go loud, which means we might end up generating a lot of heat out of this.
Uh-huh.
So keeping in mind that we can lower arcane heat beforehand, and we wouldn't be wasting any because we got 3 points. So unless we crit, we can't overdo it. It's just a point that it's a point that you might want to do.
Here's a question: for the sake of our special thing for not taking heat for eliminating our target, can we designate multiple targets for that? So like a larva and a adult.
I mean, that's during assassination. That's when
I
you
suppose,
kill.
yeah, but then if we do end up killing them,
it's more a thing of if you kill a bee, will that cause the +2 heat to everyone?
No.
Everyone's not going to go freaking out.
That doesn't work for bees.
Yeah.
or
Alright,
dogs
that's
or
good.
Yeah,
parrots or
I mean, let's
ants
be
or
honest.
whatever.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The law enforcement's not going to care that you killed a bee
Wasp.
or a wasp.
You
True,
cry when
they're
you step
wasps.
on the ants.
Sure, I can spin a crit.
If that's something you want to do, you can spend a credit to basically talk to Duke.
It's just
Maybe-
harder to make puns with wasp, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a challenge. That's good.
But if you want to speak to Duke and clear it, if Manakai's okay with us doing that.
Sure, I would do that if it's okay with you.
Sure.
I get 4 dice or
You
something.
get 3 dice. The 3 dice of Duke.
Apparently, I haven't used 3 dice for a long time.
You're just pressing up.
You're like 1, 2 of like 16. Warrior.
1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 2, 5,
There we
2,
go.
5.
That's 2 heat.
Well, it's not bad.
That's
pretty
not
good.
bad. That leaves us 1 heat on the track. And unless this mission goes, unless we cause a huge explosion through the city, we're probably fine.
Yeah. So everyone should look at.
So Ziegler, no nukes.
Yeah, everyone should look at Sovereign.
We skip like 2 hours ahead, and we see like the mushroom cloud, and like, oh,
Well,
wow, I wish I hadn't said that.
That escalated. Oh well.
So, with that handled, though, we need to consider we're going to do this job, right? We're going to do this.
Yes.
And there is one thing I'm worried about. Is those invisible bee wasp clocks.
There's not a lot we can do about that, as far as I'm aware.
It is not often you hear someone say that sentence. I'm very worried about the invisible wasp clocks.
You know.
Yeah, there's not.
Yeah, it's true.
That
don't
happens
think-
nowadays.
I'm just saying that this will
experience
also
things you
come
would
up
never
in your
otherwise.
trial to prove that you're insane, you know?
That's a
Yeah, I don't-
defense. after all.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a whole lot we can do about this, given the fact that our characters don't even know everything's going
The
on, right?
wasp clocks! Ah!
Well, Jonas, it had to happen someday.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it is by all means. The location appears to be a government-run waste treatment plant. Nice and neglected. Not one of the biggest ones. Pretty measly one, really. Yeah, I mean it's still big, but I guess it's the one that got shafted in the budget because it supplies one of the places in the town that doesn't really have voters for the current mayor anyway. So.
Is it going like? Do we think it's like underneath the place or just inside the building itself?
You're not really sure. Still hasn't been there. He just gave you that like location as this is where there is a presence, but not like a huge one. It took him some time to actually find this. Like he mentioned even this before you did a run against him. But at that point he didn't have a location. That would be fitting. He's found one. There aren't many of them. Yeah, he hasn't been in there. He doesn't intend to go in there.
Well, we still have a good idea now of what we're doing. So, and it's still an operation, which means it's probably not got. Like these things still need to be manned, meaning I don't think it'd be like on the surface. I think it'd probably be under it. I'm guessing.
I mean, is it still operational? Do we know?
I mean, there certainly seems so. It does the thing. It doesn't do it well, but
It's supplying water, which means there's probably still someone there keeping it running. I assume.
yeah.
But whether that's bee people or
I
wasp
don't
people,
imagine. I don't
who
imagine
knows?
bees would, but it's possible. It's possible. So,
Appearances, man, appearances.
yeah, it's possible. It's possible. If they've got followers there, then yes, the followers might be keeping it running.
Well, we'll only know if we go in.
So the question is, how do we plan to go after this?
We go and then we roll dice to find out how we did it.
Well, we don't roll dice to find out how
The short role playing game of let's see how you defeated the big bad.
Yeah.
Roll
Oh,
a die.
3. Oh well.
Oh, well, there we go. Oh.
Well, that is.
Thanks for playing. That's
I mean, we
That
only have
is-
like an hour and change left, so that might be the
Yeah, well, you
smallest
know.
problem.
That is how you do it with, we
With
go
all
and
these sewer attacks. I need a submarine or something soon.
I don't think a submarine fits in the sewers properly.
I need a tiny,
submarine.
or like a Doctor Octopus inspired like spider drone thing. You know, they just clunk 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 clunk. Just we could paint those.
You have advances for new drones, I believe, right? Is that the thing?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to do a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Stealth?
I mean, imagine some kind of stealth. It's probably our method to do this. We want to kind of just get in there, grab people, and leave.
Or reform, just...
Go in, sucker punch him, and go. Or her. Them.
It.
I think it is a good way of putting it.
Well, yeah.
So how do you plan to get in without being seen by anything or anyone?
That is...
Stealth.
Yeah, well, how do we stealth in, right?
Yeah.
Like, do we take sewers? Is that what we're doing?
What's the
Or
plan?
The thing is, the
We
sewers might
find-
not be a great idea because if the lowest point will have like the most number, like we've discovered in the past.
How about we are government safety inspection? Step aside, plebs.
Sure.
I could give it a go.
We need to look this up. Like
Say
there's
that's
been
cunning, then.
Yeah.
It sounds totally
Sounds like
plausible.
It's mislead, right?
I mean, that is a potential thing we could do. I even had the idea that essentially maybe we talk to Norbert and making basic kind of like maybe making it seem like yes, we're actually here to inspect because we've received
right. Yeah, he can help us out. But can you give us a warrant thing, something?
We heard you had an infestation. We must
No,
investigate.
don't say that.
Of rats, obviously.
Oh.
And we're here on the behalf of show to inspect.
We could do that. Sure.
I mean,
I think government inspection is a way to go.
I think safety works well. Like, we're gonna make sure that this thing doesn't blow up. We don't want literal shit everywhere. So.
All right. So you want to trick them to think that you are safety inspectors or inspectors of some sort.
Inspectors of some description.
Alright.
Yeah, I hate the idea of maybe if Norbert can helping us to have some way to make it more believable. Since he's law enforcement, so it's possible he might have something.
It's like, yes, we fished up some old ideas from some inspection workers at the other plant. You can have them.
The one that runs most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, he appreciates the warning you gave him, though. It's really above his pay grade.
Well, yeah, but you can keep your men away.
He'll try to keep his people away from anything, any cold activity. Send in bigger boys faster, as it were.
Yeah, Knight Errant. If you have anything heavier,
Knight Errant is Ares people, but they have a contract with Lone Star to be the SWAT people.
Yeah, if there's anything he could do to help with this, then I'll accept. But of course,
Night Errant was hired by the boss.
Sure, he'll see what he can do to give you something. You can roll his connection there. His strength. See.
I'll go ahead and roll his 3d6, I suppose. 6.
All right. Yeah.
Yay.
All right.
go Norbert.
But wasn't Knight Errant hired by the Wasp people?
No.
Not Eric can be hired by multiple. But yeah, we're also called an avenging with this mission.
Wasn't it Knight Errant we met there, Monica?
Yes, but the point is Knight Errant
Yeah,
should
but
be
they
hired.
weren't hired by them.
Weren't
We
they?
don't know. We don't know what was going on with them though.
Yeah.
Well, there was Knight Errant there,
Yes.
and they were like looking for us.
They told us don't tell anybody, basically.
Basically, what seems to be happening is that Ares has smuggled bugs out so he can create a new bug city to get more money.
Oh yeah.
Asshole.
That seems the most likely scenario.
Make mega money as well. Like
Yeah.
multi-corp.
I presume that was our role to get in. wanna go?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. We got 1 dice from Norbert. We had 1 dice base Avenger plus 1 dice. Since we are running against a contact we hate.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Should I try rolling all those dice again, see if we can get a 6?
If you want to.
Because we have 3 dice. That actually means it's actually possible we could.
Yeah, that might be worth it on a 3 die.
I'd give it
Sure.
a go. Yeah.
Because Ashley really doesn't like bugs, so she's going to stack the deck and go for and try again, see if she can get something higher.
Nope.
Nope, but I do keep the best result. So
That's a shitty roll.
That's the second time.
hey, I'm not going to be cyberdecking this time, so it's good.
No, it's just
Yeah.
Lucky's not on our side.
It
The
hasn't
last
worked
2
out so far.
sessions.
Six dice, no 6s. How's that?
Yeah.
No, it's the one game where you hate when the DM rolls shit. Because it's usually
Yeah.
for you guys. Yeah. Well, with that, you can certainly make your way there. We see you. But what are you driving? Are you driving something special? Like what load? I guess light for this.
Yeah.
There's more in the car if you need it.
We might as well go. Oh wait, this is not east.
Hey, it's yeah, and we're
Maybe
doing
we-
cunning, so
I mean, we're safety inspectors. We have a lot of safety armor on.
safety armor.
This painted orange.
It's paint. Yeah, of course. High vis, of course. Has to be safe. Safety is our primary objective.
So what load though?
I'm going light.
It's going to be interesting given we're doing something that might go loud here, but
Okay.
light
Guess
could
we're
work.
going light.
I've got death pistol. I'm fine.
And
we've
Ziegler
got
always
shoot.
has, and Ziegler still has 7 loads, so
Yeah.
And we've
I
always
can
got
go light.
shoot.
It's certainly not a problem for me.
I can probably handle it since I probably won't need my side deck either, probably. So.
Then again, if I dress up like a mechanic, I could probably have a lot of stuff on me.
I've literally had 1 session that I've gone into our normal load, so
Anyway, so I think this is going to be a full group light. Sounds like.
All right. Full group light.
Yeah, we are inspectors.
New soda by S Technology. Yeah, and you want to do cunning? Yeah, God. There we go. Right.
And
Well-
of course, we have Chief Inspector Vice.
of
Yeah.
course.
What are you driving?
A car.
What car?
My car.
The car.
Your car. Right. Your car. Sure. So we see the fancy black Shadowrun car
The
drive up to
anomalous car.
That's
Yeah,
anonymous.
into
It
the,
looks totally legit.
into the parking lot. There's no parking meters or anything. There's a couple of the cars here. One of them is has a wheel that's fallen off. Like,
And Ziegler's a jury rig there.
probably
know,
He could.
maybe at the edge there's a little hill of it's it's called gravel that's been pushed up there for some purpose that was never done, and then there's a wreckage of a car that was lit on fire in this parking lot that's just sort of been, they towed it, just pulled it onto that little pile where it's still the wreckage still is there. It's not prime space or anything. There are of course buildings right next to this plant here, because space is really a premium, meaning that it's not great buildings. Not a great place to live, but
Bet those are super
no,
cheap.
it's cheap. It's cheap. You could work here, corpse slave every day,
Step,
your entire life, never get anywhere with it.
step out of the car, do that thing that Batman does to his car, so it secures up, like clink, 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 plates and electrifies, and just don't touch it. Security, I take it very seriously.
Does he tell it to protect summer? I had to. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so let's see.
Yeah, she woke up. There's one of those wooden, what do you call it? Like a toll booth, like a security booth things. There's a little booth.
A checkpoint.
You can hear, yeah, basically to going into the place. There's like a gravel road continuing on. There's some music coming in there from in there. Just some like music that was popular like 30 years ago. Look in, you see like a man in like a security guard uniform leaned back on his chair. Just a little radio sitting there as he's like doing like a crossword puzzle. It's sort of dark outside, rainy, a little windy. Just unpleasant weather in general. Sitting there humming, has a cup of smoking soy calf and an open box of like 3 donuts left out of 6. You know, a pretty comfortable job.
Mm-hmm.
The man, slightly overweight, has like a security uniform. Not the armed kind, just like a flashlight and a stick. Yeah, he doesn't seem to notice you as you go in, unless you make your presence known.
Yeah, we just walk past him, really. I mean, if he doesn't care, we don't care.
We're on business.
And he doesn't see you. He's eating a donut. He's doing his crossword. Nobody ever breaks into this fucking place. So,
and even if they did,
what are they
he
gonna
might
take?
just ignore it. It's just whatever.
He doesn't get paid enough.
Going further in, it is rainy, and the place is as such like it's surrounded by this half-hearted wall. There is, however, barbed wire on the like on top of the fence, right? Like they don't actually want people to climb in here and such. Maybe once upon a time this was well funded, so the construction is actually fine. It's just not well maintained. Yeah. So going in, basically, you see like the little front of it, which is basically like a grassy area with a few sort of neatly kept trees surrounded by a small hedge, and then there seems to be like a few main office buildings. Behind it, you can see like big round areas where they take out the like phosphorus to recycle it, and then further down you can see the long and huge areas of just vats and long houses, buildings that contain all the machinery and such. It seems that the actual generators are down at the very back of the facility. I can do a rough sketching of it top down here if you're interested in that, just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. That is not good because that's the same color as the background. We'll go with like a red. That's pretty visible. You have sort of the perimeter fence. So like this with a door or way in there. Here you have a slight grassy area. Then here you have, I'll make that like X, that's like the offices. Well, here you have just several long like straw squares. Okay, that's good. Several long buildings for the cleaning process. Wait, what's this? What am I doing? Oh, Alt. We have some of these. You know them. They're like round. There's poop in there. Constant water flow keeps makes the phosphorus grow out. And some more things with the actual machinery thing. I'll make that that's like down there. There's some more of these houses, a water stair, water ladders, that sort of thing. Yeah, seems like reasonable. Yeah, I mean, nobody really seems to ask you as you just sort of walk in here. Though as you do continue further in, there's like a man with a yellow hard hat and like an orange vest who comes towards you. Looks like some sort of functionary engineer. Goes says, "Hello, hey." It's over. Looks at you. Like, this is. So looks at you. Yeah. I didn't think we were expecting anyone today.
Vice will smile and say, "That's the whole point. It's a surprise inspection."
So Scratchy said, inspection?
We gotta make sure.
Before?
Yeah, they don't happen very often, but occasionally we have to make sure that the place isn't likely to explode.
Let's see how well you're selling this.
Ziegler nods and says, well, especially since it's election year.
Yeah, alright.
Sounds like an assist.
Sure.
Sounds like a good one.
Right.
Yeah, pretty good one, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's the first time she's meeting him, so that should be good.
Yes.
5.
Not bad.
We'll spray him with a bit of pheromones.
That's just. Alright. I mean, the Found look at you and says, do you have, like, papers? I think there's, like, a identification. Identification, yes.
Vice nods and goes to, like,
massive arms and
yeah, like
No, she has like a one of those inspection jackets on, you know.
yeah. Vice goes over to like Plank, opens up his cabinet that he has, and like produces the papers that Norbert gave us.
Mm-hmm.
And hands it over to him.
All right. Well, come with me. Some gestures for you to follow him to one of the office buildings in front of the facility.
Sure.
Going in, there's like another man who sits there. He's clearly like on his lunch break.
Doesn't care enough to really look
A bit of food, a bit cold, like soy chicken, reconstituted, just on a piece of bread, sitting there, heated in an old microwave.
Does any of them have rings on their foreheads?
No, not really.
Or dots?
Doesn't appear to. As he goes in, there's like a pin-up posted. Put on one of the cabinets. Like, it's clearly not a lot of professionalism in this place.
Sure.
They have their own way of doing things, it seems. The other person says, "There is inspection." He sort of calls in, and then like just looks at you and says, "So this is the office building, where we do most of the paperwork. Have any of you visited this place before?" Clearly stalling for time. That's what he's doing.
Vice will smile and say, "We haven't, but we are familiar with the layout of these standardized facilities. I think we'll show ourselves around."
Oh, I know. I'll come with you. Never know when. I mean,
you have important work she'd be getting on with, sir. As he says, she taps her clipboard.
Vice looks over to Ziegler and yeah. Vice goes over to Ziegler and like points at something and pretends to whisper in his ear.
Ziegler grunts and shakes his head, not up to code at all. Makes a note on his clipboard.
Let's see if you can make him go away. Let's be well, I mean, this would just be controlled here, because the risk is that he insists that he has to waste your time.
That's mostly a problem for him, really.
Yeah, sure. All right. Let's see.
Trying to be nice here, right?
Yeah.
This sounds like it's all kind of working together on that.
Yeah, am I getting assist from you guys?
No.
No?
I think Ashley's thing at the start there certainly works well for this.
Yeah, why not? All right.
Ashley looking very cross with her clipboard.
Yeah. 5.
Frowns like.
All right. He'll spend a little extra time wasting your time, but eventually you are let in to see the other guy. Like like standing like back towards one of the closet or like one of the cabinets that are clearly like bursting with something. He just like stands there leaning back like, this is hello. If you need anything, just
Software looks at him. You seem to be in some sort of duress.
just a coffee.
He nods.
So coffee machine on the fritz. Mark that down.
Yep. I have fixed coffee machines before. Makes a note.
Looking like we're fully buying his bluff.
Oh yeah, no, we're picking up what he's putting down. That's fine. You know, we'll inspect our way. Be like, yes, well, and now we more need to see the floor, sort of. So you know, yeah.
And she said, yeah, all right. As she like goes to pick up like a radio on the table. She said, just you said you know the layout. We'll be here.
Wonderful.
So look at each other. Look back at you.
We nod and head out.
Yeah.
Actually, testing the entire way as she writes on a clipboard.
I didn't even know she could write.
It's all like smiley faces and
it's like wingdings.
Like numbers
basically.
instead of threes instead of e's, you know.
Hey, Ashley is very good at both acting and etiquette. She can and bureaucracy, so she's very good at this actually.
True.
Vice looks over and it's like, huh, that looks a lot like Nahuatl.
I've been copying.
What does that look like?
Lots of T's.
Oh, okay.
All the T's, yeah. They like their T's.
Just listen to the word Nahuatl. I mean,
How do you spell Quetzalcoatl?
A quet?
Yeah, what Ashley's actually doing on the clipboard, if someone's actually looked through close enough, is just drafting her next blog.
Yeah.
Next blog.
Like, I think I posted a word.
Which part of the facility do you go to?
Well, we suspect that it's down below, right, where the heat is. So.
You said a bunch of like buildings over here.
Yeah. Basically, it's the process. Stuff comes in over here. This is where raw sewage is basically split into dry sewage and then wet sewage. Dry sewage is put over here to be processed into heat and energy, while wet sewage is put here so the water can be cleaned from bacteria and phosphates and whatever else might be in there, and that can be reused while the water is cleaned enough to
Pump back in the system.
To be reused. Yeah.
Do we think there would be like maintenance over here? Then we could go down. I'm thinking.
There's probably maintenance at all of these places. They're pretty big.
Okay.
The middle one, the wet work area, this one appears mostly to be automated though. Like there's just time mostly doing its thing in that one. Not a lot of engineering going into it. Pretty simple stuff.
I'm thinking most chances of them being here, where like no person wants to go down anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, these people weren't bug infested, so it's probably out of the way where they don't really see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. And like the area with the actual raw sewage coming in, I have a feeling they probably don't want to go down there too often.
Mm-hmm.
Like because who would want to? They prefer. Yeah, they may maintenance this area more, but they may probably maintenance this a lot less. So it's more possible there's a bug infestation when they haven't noticed.
Maybe.
That's my thought, at least.
So you make your way there?
I mean, unless someone has a better suggestion.
No, might as well.
Sure. Going there, you notice that there's like a worker who's clearly like removing like ladders and stuff from places they shouldn't be, and like, you know, seems like there are people around here who might have had that radio call as soon as you left the building to get the worst out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as he sees you, he sort of begins walking slower, like deliberately, like he needs 3 ladders, for something.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm just going to.
Just gonna sector 3B.
He sort of tips the hat to you. As he walks over.
10 out of 10 for effort.
The warehouse here are rather big, and inside there's no windows because there's really no need for that. And appears to have many large pools full of this sewage stuff. Yeah, like looking around immediately. Could you like do a survey, perhaps? That seems like a
Sure. Let's
do
look
do
around.
like a look around sort of thing.
I'll look around.
That sounds like something for our military expert.
My survey is not the best, but I'll have a look.
Your best-
Security inspection. He kicks in the door, draws a gun, goes down into like
Grenade launcher out, like
flashbang in the door.
Oh! Go! See if I can survey. Not really.
No. That basically means that you do perhaps gather a bit of attention looking at some things that really perhaps are strange. It's not really what they expected you to look at. Maybe you're not really taking this acting like you're really
You're looking at an actual piece of poo?
you're like,
Huh.
is this a bee? I mean, and it doesn't like maybe you see something that really isn't up to code, but you don't actually know what the codes are, and some such. At least it raises suspicion.
I mean, is this a consequence that could be resisted?
I mean, tell me how.
Everything is.
I mean, such as, for example, maybe with Vice having such a good awareness of the situation, as an example for you, Halldamir,
Yeah.
that she, whenever she notices someone's looking over, she's making sure that she's making sure to act the correct way to kind of bring the conversation round to. So did you see this? And then so on and so forth.
You simply have to tell me the story.
I
Should I
imagine.
put a hand on his arm, you know?
Hey, sir, how's the wife?
Well, I thought of it more like making sure the acts up for making sure we're acting the correct way when like people are looking over, like bringing the conversation to like talking about like. So did you see that piece of pipe at the back that was rusting?
Yeah. Like,
Did you see that piece of pipe?
You wanna Overwatch?
yeah.
Something?
Overwatch these bumbling buffoons.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, it's easy for you. No problem.
Vice doesn't care.
Ashley is doodling.
Does this so often. It's second nature at this point.
All the parties.
Yep.
What's found here though there isn't really like a lot. It's not well kept, and if something is buried in sewage, maybe it's not really in a condition that you would need it anyway. It certainly doesn't have a sweet smell of honey. Perhaps Siegler's inclination of going where the heat is was correct.
I just know that bees and wasps like heat.
I don't know my whole.
Most
actually.
insects do, I believe.
I mean, we can go there next if you feel like it.
As well.
Why not?
Unless you want to like dive into the sewage, and I
No.
rather not.
No.
I can guarantee Vice will not be doing
Expecting
that.
if this is some good sewage.
Need to take samples, deep samples of the sewage. Inspector
needs to
Shu,
be-
if you would kindly,
It needs to at
Sure.
least be 3 feet
Hands on.
below the surface.
hands-on
No
inspection.
automation takes my job.
Yeah.
I'm the
Take
sewage
we
grabber.
take this inspection very seriously.
So we see you basically walk into one of the the biggest building here is like a massive. Like it just looks like there are like walls of pipes and such, and lots of these pressure meters and such, because this is basically pressure, heat, and energy production. The dry waste products now made into these little balls of pellets are burned in here. That generates a lot of heat, which is then used to generate a lot of pressure to drive large turbines to produce heat and power. The sound in here is deafening, which is quite a big problem in and of itself. Even so, the place is massive and very labyrinthian. Sort of there's lots of stairs down, up, and like these pathways and such, and it's just incredibly loud.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, perhaps then we can try to find our way kind of down towards then, kind of like more towards the heat sources below, following the pipework.
Sure. Now, without any defenses or some such, you would all take a level 1 hurt of being like deafened.
Perhaps we had the foresight, because it's going to be obvious that this thing's really loud, and the workers would have had to have some ear protection. So perhaps one of us, maybe even Vice, being so good with knowing her surroundings, she can tell that the building she's going into is going to be frickin' loud. So she looks around for the ear protections that the staff would obviously have.
That sounds completely fair. It's a flashback then?
Yeah, that can work.
One cost. That's very reasonable for her to have done.
Sure.
Same as you've resisted, I suppose, then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Roll. Alright, yeah. You have earmuffs. Making it hard to communicate, but...
Could we put like our earbuds with sound link under them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
why
can
not?
have that inside there.
They're not that big.
Yeah. So
Still have
earbuds
to
with
talk,
sound
though.
link.
But,
Yes, but it makes it slightly easier to hear each other.
Yeah.
Because what you'd hear in the sound link is just... Not the goddamn engines anyway.
Scream louder.
Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, basically, you move and you see a lot of these big pressure things and such. And looking at them, Ziegler, he's pretty good at engineering and such. He knows how these should work. He sees that there's very high pressure in a lot of them. Very high pressure to the point where they're close to sort of being a risky situation with them. These things have a lot of power in them, and should one actually break, then it would most likely explode like a massive fragmentation grenade, blowing up the pipes and such to release the enormous pressure inside. A lot of these are very full, suggesting that something might be blocking them or filling up the pipes.
Perhaps Ziegler can track this then with his knowledge of engineering.
Yeah, maybe he can.
Well,
measuring pressure and like...
Maybe there's some kind of computer where you can see what's blocking.
Another potential.
But yeah, I would like to use engineering knowledge to try to track the blockage by like banging on the it's like reading the different
not too
gauges
hard.
and stuff. No, very gently.
I mean, Ziegler's an engineer. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, if something an engineer knows, it's pipes. It's like all I do. Robots are pipe driven.
It's physics.
I mean, you have hydraulics and like the robots.
Robotics and hydraulics. So yeah, I'll do that. For science!
Science!
It's risky. The risk being that maybe you do knock too hard.
5. Not good rolls tonight.
Alright. Which means that you do what you want. However, perhaps the knocking, the banging, the moving around, there may be things that can sense vibrations or hear even through the deafening noise when you hammer on the pipes. The sound travels along the metal, and although you do find it, you also alert what may be connected to them.
We can of course resist consequences.
Yeah. Maybe this is another Vice is watching over and...
It's like, you're being very loud.
Yeah, he's like banging on it. I'm like, hi! Stop being an ass! Do it quieter!
You come over, like, put a hand on his shoulder, like calm down. Read my lips.
He's getting angry as it's going around, and he's like, and Vice just comes over and is like, chill the fuck out, alright?
Bang, 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 bang.
We're here to deal with crazy wasp demon things, alright?
Bang, get a bang, get a bang.
Slow down, man.
Oh, fine.
Is that okay? Great narrator
Sure.
in the sky.
You do you.
It
know,
seems
I
like
do me.
situational awareness.
the character.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. You get the good rolls.
Well,
It's coming
occasionally.
for you. Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah. Moving further down though, you do notice the blockage actually. It appears that most of the pipes have their circumference inside narrowed, meaning that they're probably like laid with waxy fluid or some such on the inside. Some of these larger pipes, I mean, these are not really side pipes that men would crawl inside. No giant wasps, but larvae, perhaps? They certainly are warm. Perhaps they're a defense system, but they appear to be like laden with this waxy material.
Ooh.
These pipe systems are pretty massive, and it does suggest that these creatures can survive heat and pressure pretty well. Though it also suggests to you that down at the bottom, where the inflow is and the actual burner engines, that might very well be where you would find this, because that is where you would get into the pipes.
This is very good to know
Mm-hmm.
on multiple fronts, because also the idea that maybe it's possible to purge this. Who knows? But
Going down there, the sickly sweet smell does indeed begin to flow up here, though it's mixed with an earthy smell as well.
By earthy, do you mean fecal smell?
Yeah, well, more like dried fecal smell. Doesn't smell that much, but sort of a faint whiff.
Mm-hmm. Bad enough.
As you come down here, you basically see like the big burners, but as you shine your lights around, like the big machines are just running, right? Then there's all these gaugers and pipes and such. This is basically a control station for it.
Yeah.
Shining around, being the smart Shadowrunners you are also up, you notice that there is indeed up there on the ceiling, like it's almost hard to see because it's gray, but there's gray, almost like rocky things sticking to the ceiling, perhaps like handholds, allowing things to easily crawl across the ceiling. As you look around, you see it very much on a lot of these like pipes as well. It is the gray matter that, like a wasp nest, right? Like a wasp hive, sort of. Not exactly waxy, but more of a sort of dry gray, flaky material.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
this is certainly not up to code.
You still can't really hear anything. But the monkey, like, two Vice makes like a little sort of almost like a death rattling sound.
Internal scream.
Yeah.
Vice will kind of stiffen a little bit. Look to the others with a look of, this is gonna be. We're definitely here. It's kind of obvious now.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely here. Monkey knows it. Points to like her backpack or something, or like her purse.
Monkey knows it.
Monkey knows it. It must be true.
Is there like a clear direction to go towards like the inlet valve?
Sure. Yeah. It basically has like these big decks in the floor that you take like a middle stick thing and you then raise them up, sort of like a sewerage cover.
Mm-hmm.
Big round metal thing, and then you just take other metal things down and lift it up. These are big though. They go down to the tanks where the stuff basically is kept.
Mm.
Some of them might be full, some of them are not. There's like a little meter next to them, and it seems that most of them are full of burnable material.
Is there one that's not? Or...
Not really. I mean, there's some that are not as full, but all of them have a basically like they need to be cleared out soon or used soon, as it were.
Interesting. Can we see where the handholds are going? Like, they're leading
I mean,
us
you
up?
can take the thing and open them. You have true warriors. You could stick your finger in the holes and lift it, if you so desired.
But can we see, like you said, the handholds running across the pipes and stuff? Do they seem to be like leading somewhere or going from somewhere in particular?
They seem to be spreading out just across, like from the back walls here, and then out over the pipes in the sort of the basically circling up. So mostly they are on the back side of the pipes, away from where you would normally watch, like
So,
upside, underside, the other side. Generally,
do
just
you think they're just like above us in the piping there? Or on top of the piping?
that could be.
Yeesh. Yeesh.
How are you standing? If I draw like a little room here, down here, we'll make like a room. There's like exits there. And there's like it's like a slightly raised pathway, you know, like a
Walkway?
what do they call it? Like a walkway? Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, here we have like tanks. We have some tanks here, just sort of standing out there on the walls. Then over here we have this area with the valves. Here we have the decks, basically. We have the sides of the big engines over here. Then we have another like tank, and then there's of course pipes covering all of the like ceiling area, and pretty much walls too.
Okay, so where would we be at this point then? Or would it just be somewhere here?
You put your little face there, I think. Each of you. Then I will
Face
know
there.
where you are, and that that might be important. What you're doing and where you're standing.
Save me, Plank and Warburg, save me.
Talking him.
Come, our great samurai.
There's, like
The shield
sassy
loyalty.
voice on plank, so he can like,
Who's wandered off to because they heard a sound or
Huh?
Shoot.
Sorry.
She was like, I heard a strange sound. I'm gonna go and take a shower.
I'm sorry. What
Come
did I...
come bring your token down to the map.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
sure. So reiterate these three here, or the big decks covering the tanks down there. We have the burner engine there, turbines. These three here are just big like pressure tanks. Same with the other side of the walkway. Over here we have the valves and a lot of information that sort of is held. The walls are covered in the grey handholds, and they move up to the pipes and such. Doesn't look like this place has been used a lot, by the way. Like, it mostly just runs itself unless there's a problem. A little bit like a pop culture references, like Homer on his nuclear plant sort of thing. If you stand here, it's the deafening noise still going on.
Huh. What's the word? Hummingbirds?
maybe something then, like, to check this, because presumably the bees have like heat signature. Well, the entire room is also quite warm, but maybe there's like specifically like different heat signatures we could find in here. Maybe someone brought like a heat detecting device.
Sure. I could have.
And it's a suggestion.
I could have built a device if you want. I build things.
A wasp detector.
I mean,
You want to see a flashback where you construct a heat detection device?
a wasp detective device that tracks
detect wasps.
sweet smell and the heat.
Like honey smell.
Yeah, like it's like the sniffoscope from Viscera Cleanup Detail.
That's pretty difficult to do, generally. Heat is easy.
I mean,
then again, wasps are insects, and they don't have their own body heat, so they're just the same heat as the surroundings.
Right.
But the smell, that could be something like a pheromonal sort of thing. That'd probably be like a 3.
No,
What?
that's not worth it for
3
me.
cost. All right.
Nope.
Okay,
That is.
we knew we were coming after bees, but that's a bit expensive.
3 is very expensive.
Mhm.
If anyone has any other idea. Otherwise, we just need to start to basically bust a hole in one of these and start digging through.
I mean, certainly if we bust one of the pipes open to get to some of the larvae, for example, we'll certainly attract attention, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you remember last time, when one knew what happened, then everyone knew what happened.
Exactly.
So yeah.
My point. And probably I'd rather not get fried when we also try to break a larvae out, though, if that's our thing. So some way to possibly turn off the heat then. Kind of lower the
You can
pressure.
turn on the machines. Yeah, you have the valves right here. That's not something that'd be. It takes a little time for them to wind down, but yeah.
So I mean, that's an option if that's something you feel like we could do that, and then essentially open up one of the pipes and just try to crack larvae out that way.
Turning them off should be simple enough.
Like, is that the route we want to go for? Is the question?
That's probably also makes the situation much more safe.
Also makes it easier to hear each other. And hear the enemy, most notably.
It may not blow up.
All right.
We power down the machines, I suppose.
Sure. They begin to do the whirring sounds and like there's some lights that go on like it's powering down as it's supposed to.
It's either that or we just start incinerating. We initiate incinerating things. We start actually grilling everything that's in it because that's probably going to provoke something to come out.
It'd be also be nice if we could get a larvae, so probably not destroy it.
I mean, we can pick one out. Like as we hit the button, we can take one pipe maybe.
If Manic, I promise not to tell me about it again.
I mean, there is certainly the idea, I suppose, that shut down one pipe and have the other ones heat up more. Or try to do that.
Just play with all the pressure valves, like a puzzle game.
It doesn't sound like a good idea. What if this place blows up? Manic, I did say it was.
Then we failed our inspection.
It was very unstable.
They failed their inspection clearly.
Well, it's locally unstable. It's not gonna blow up part of the city or anything. It's just like when you have some like a metal canister holding a lot of pressure. If you punch a hole in it, it sort of flies you away. Think of like gas canisters. Like pressure cans.
Yeah.
You'll know those from video games.
Yeah. Do we?
The big red ones that you shoot and they explode?
No, that's barrels.
Yeah.
It's silly.
I mean, I like turning the machines off, but everyone else might have a different opinion. So.
I mean, sure, we could turn it off. It's fine with me.
The alternative is leaving them. It's not turning all of them off, only turning one off so we can get to larvae. The other argument is we could use them as weapons. All right, shoot the pipe and shrapnel goes everywhere.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't have a particular opinion. I think
Right.
both of these options work.
So Ashley goes to control of the control station.
Don't know where the control station was.
It is right over here.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, there's quite a few knobs and valves and things. It's pretty standard. It's not actually electronical even. Well, might be part of it, but definitely engineering to deal with. But she can turn it off just fine. Ziegler showed her kind of what to do.
Well, she has her own point of engineering, so she's not, like.
Yeah, that should be fine. Trying as they begin to wear down and such.
I presume it gets a lot quieter as well.
Slowly, yeah. And as it grows quieter, like you begin to hear like the scurrying, clattering sound from the pipes above, and the sort of sucking sounds from inside the pipes. As presumably Larry is squeezing itself through a narrow space, all waxed and oiled up. As you turn it off though, like the slight, like it's sort of like a slight clattering on metal becomes more frantic and begins to like almost like a cockroach hissing begins to echo out here.
All right. Well, weapons out, I guess.
We're kind of expecting it, but and Chu is in fact faster than it. As one of these creatures just springs up through this manhole.
Is it grown up or lava?
Oh no, it's huge. It is like horse sized, basically. Like not a huge horse, but yeah, get the idea.
A pony.
It's not Hugo then?
A mad pony.
It's not Hugo, but it's you could sit on it.
Gross.
Fine.
Is this...
It has its huge limbs, 6 limbs. It has its large, like fluttering wings. It has steam coming off of it, and down the hole you can see basically it's like this canister just filled with these pellets, and they're all like mixed in with this gray matter. It seems to be used as building material. As it bursts out, the metal lid just flinging to the side as its massive like mandible jaws clank. It just moves for Ziegler. He's closest presumably.
Is this the one? Is this what
I'll give it
our
like a...
dude wanted?
Yeah.
Or a smaller one?
No,
I mean,
he
wanted
wants
one.
whatever we'll get.
but
he
he wanted a full-grown one or a big
Yes.
one or something. So we can get this.
He would prefer a full adult. He'd like both a full adult and a lava if we can get it. But
Yeah. So if we can subdue this thing somehow.
It does appear, by the way, it's missing a leg.
That's
Alright.
fine. I don't think he minds that. Do you think he minds that?
No.
as long as he can test if his weapon's effective, that's all.
I think that's
We'll make
perfectly
this.
fine.
This is it.
This kind of makes me think of Starship Troopers. I'm not very fond
Yeah.
of that.
I
Yeah.
don't know what that is, but
It's an amazing movie you should watch.
I've been recommended it as well.
well, I've had a long list.
Oh my god.
Everything Paul Verhoeven does is amazing.
I saw it as a kid and I was so scared.
It's like me seeing RoboCop as a kid as well, being like, "Oh God!"
Oh god, you just got obliterated by shotguns.
I didn't understand the brainwashing and the fascism. I was just scared. I was like,
Anyway,
oh my god, a big bug. I'm scared.
Anyway, I
Okay.
suppose. Let's act first, though, Tina.
Well,
It's going for him. Clearly, it's intending to just maybe grab him with 2 of its limbs and stuff him in his mouth. Like it's
Oh.
big enough for it.
so
Eat him.
what he just wanted it not to be. What did he
Don't kill
specify?
it.
He wants it
Don't
alive.
kill it. Yeah, knock it out. Don't kill it.
So I'm not allowed to use my sword.
I mean, you're allowed to use a sword.
If it doesn't
Don't
die.
kill it.
We need to hurt it enough that we can finish it off by punching it.
You know what? I can punch it to submission. It's not a problem.
I mean,
You do.
Hey.
Do what you feel is right.
You do you.
Okay, I'll punch
you
it
do
to.
shoo.
Fu Manchu.
You shoo.
Hong Kong Fooey. Nah, that's.
All right.
Anyway, yeah.
I thought our Shogun
Torres
2
is-
Let's Play was racist.
That's from a cartoon. I'm not racist.
Was
It's a
joking.
dog.
Anyway, so the walking tank approaches.
Yeah. Well, she quickly runs in front and then just uppercuts it so its jaws just.
All right. Getting anyone in its mouth is definitely desperate. With the risk is that it might be like, yeah, it's gonna eat your hand or something. This creature is incredibly powerful and incredibly resilient as well.
Well, I'm gonna say that I am indeed using my strength here.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
What the?
I mean, it's still technically a success in there.
All right. Your punch lands, but more in its mouth than under its head, and so you do knock its skull up by basically punching the roof of its mouth. But then it closes its mandibles, and clips, probably like even rips through most of the cyber arm there, into the hand of the nurse to tear it off.
I don't have any nerves in that arm, but no, I don't want that. I want to resist that.
Okay, it would be a level, basically a level 3 harm of being dismembered.
Yeah, I want to resist that.
You know, Chua is so fast.
All right.
She is so fast that when she noticed that he's closing down, she has her arm straight in there, and then she basically, pulls it up so it's in between his mouth. So if he pushes down, he may break his jaw. So basically, she will break the jaw when she notices that he's gonna clamp down. So that's a body thing, right?
If it's speed, then that makes sense.
Is it reacting fast enough?
Yeah, to break its jaw when I notice he's gonna close down on it. I just.
Well, you'll more avoid being eaten.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the big thing's avoiding being eaten here with your resistance. So.
Yeah, that's 4 die.
Your 4 days resistance. You are mastered your body. 1 karma.
5.
1 karma.
Not bad.
You can pay 1 karma. That's not a problem.
No, I just saw the 2, 2, 2, and I was like,
Just push back a
oh
little bit.
no.
That would have been pretty terrible for the
Yeah.
boys.
Well, that was not bad. Ziegler's not in its mouth.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Yay.
Like the rest of you can hear more of these like especially the sucking sounds from the nearby pipes. This thing is here, like loud hissing cockroach sounds coming from it. It's not done. Like it's still coming, and as like it gets knocked back a little bit, it continues moving. It doesn't seem like the punch really did a whole lot to it. Its carapace strong enough to really hold it without a crack. From like a nearby pipe, you hear one of the sucking sounds, and out of like a valve around it, basically begins to like see this like waxy stuff come out between the bolts in it, as it is pushed out as the valve begins to open itself, and what appears to be a large sort of whitish grub, like flops out of the now open pipe onto the floor. It's about like this sort of size.
Grab the grub.
It also has like big black jaws.
What?
It is snapping as it's writhing and begins to like squirm and squip around towards you. It's about the size of a seal.
Oh
And,
no,
and
we're gonna club a
indeed-
seal.
Yeah, club the
Thing.
grub.
More follow. They are not cute at all. They have like big black eyes and big black jaws. Strong
So it's only
jaws.
bad to club cute things, huh?
Yes.
Obviously.
Out of curiosity, where did we come into this room from? That's a good question.
Up here. The walkway has a little pathway down. It's not that high up.
Okay. I mean, it's good to know where our like route of escape is.
They come this way. They're not quite at you yet, but they're certainly getting there.
Well,
Yeah, not particularly fast, as it turns out. They're looks like they could tear into an arm or a leg or something, but
So they're flopping their way over. Alright, so we only need to keep one of these things alive.
Yes. We need a larvae to give to him. I mean, I'm sure he'd love more than one, but a larvae.
Yeah, I mean, we're only here to give him one. So, I mean, Vice is gonna pull out her new weapon.
Huh?
And she's gonna shoot one of these things with it.
All right. He has increased effect with it.
Which thing? A grub or the big thing?
The grub, because she doesn't want to murder the big thing if it is super effective. Because she doesn't know if it's super effective yet. She's never fired it on a living thing.
You want your first test to be on something if it's something not as valuable.
Yeah, something expendable that we have 3 of that we need 1 of. So yeah. Pew. Wow.
That was a pretty terrible shot of the hot surprise.
That is a terrible, terrible shot.
Luckily, everything is powered down, so you don't blow up the reactor.
Apparently, you've never dealt with a shotgun of this power before.
Yeah, apparently.
This powerful.
It certainly isn't the worst, but you do hit like a pipe, and out like spews like this yellow waxy stuff, beginning to make like a drainage pool. It's very sort of liquefied in the heat.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like maybe that's how they make the sucking sound, because the wax melts and so it becomes like a lubricant for them to sort of squid through these pipes pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
It begins to like ooze out, spreading on the floor. That's the consequence.
Maybe she.
It just is boom, and like the oil just passes right through the like tank.
Maybe this doesn't happen. Maybe Vice realizes that she hasn't fired this gun properly before, and that she doesn't know quite its deadly potential. She basically asked Ares, "Show me what you got," and they gave her this. So she's going to be a bit more careful where she's shooting it, just in case she's a bad aim with it. Kind of seeing that there's things behind it, so she kind of turns or like takes a step to the side a little bit, just to reorientate her shot, so she doesn't hit the tank next to it.
All right.
Situational awareness. Go.
There we go. Woof.
We're still fine. It's just an average day, everything considered.
Alright, so Sovereign would like to act. So we are here hunting big wasps, and they thrive on heat and body heat, and so how do you subdue such a creature? Ziegler has thought to himself. Well, obviously with rapid reducing of their body temperature, so they become slow and lethargic. Cryo grenades is clearly the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Flash freeze the damn thing.
So I take it that's not something that's based on your list.
No.
So I suppose we see him just like draw it out and do like, get down, and throw this like, I don't know, homemade, or did you buy them? Like,
I mean, if there's something I can get from the arsenal, or would this be his own design?
no, they're possible to get from the arsenal. Yeah, it was just like it's basically a flashback either way, right? It's easier but more expensive to get them from the arsenal, but it's less expensive and more difficult to make.
What's the cost for a cryo grenade from the arsenal?
But like, I mean, you could buy it fairly easily. I think 1 karma and a cred is probably fine.
Sure. We'll go with that.
It's like
Cryo grenade.
Thank you, our new friends.
Oh shit!
it's not the worst thing they've sold by far.
Did they find out about the armor thingy?
What?
You said that they were working on making good armors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Did they find out anything?
No, you have had no information about that.
God,
it's probably
they're
going to take longer now.
They are so slow.
That's a 6.
All right. So there's a
while,
blast without really ignoring the. It's a desperate roll, by the way. So
okay, sure.
Attack that because because you are engaged pretty close with the thing throwing grenades into close combat, which is generally a difficult thing to do.
Oh, do I get that as well?
So no, you just shot at this grub thing.
Grubs are safe.
Okay, sure.
You have
After
two
that,
people between you.
if I have one more action, he will sort of retreated back a little bit, but like, no, he doesn't really want to be too
First in line. Sure. This grenade hits it, like lands under it, and then like there's like the spray of like cooling agent, rapid like the smoke as it evaporates in the heat, just spraying all over it, as it does like again the hissing and like clattering with its back legs, flicking. However, it does seem to be effective. It gets slowed down by its rapid erratic movements, growing more slow and lethargic to the point where Chu is probably having a good chance of being quite faster than it.
maybe you're making it so it can't really parry, or hopefully maybe even making it just more sleepy.
What is Ashley?
Well, Ashley seeing all of this coming is going to start moving one partially towards the exits of this direction here. She doesn't really want to be cornered. Doesn't really feel too good. Which does, of course, bring her a bit closer to the larvae. But that's okay. And she's also going to go ahead and, as she moves, draw out her trusty sidearm, I suppose. Because it is Ares design. It's a good weapon. Good weapon.
Yeah.
And I think she's just probably going to shoot at one of the larvae as she kind of... Shoot at the larvae as she kind of moves. Risky?
Yep.
Alright.
The risk being that she gets too close as she runs, but that doesn't happen. The bullet just penetrates its like face area, leaves like a big hole, as it's basically... It has like a really tight skin outside, but as that is punctured, it basically, like a balloon, sort of does like a pop. And inside just is like goop. As it's it seems like the larvae are actually fairly weak in their structure.
I mean, that's good. That's good to know how strong they are.
As it's just like it pops. Yeah.
Like perhaps something might be considered tasing them or something.
As they move, grub their way. It's just the inside of one. That doesn't really do a whole lot of way. Grubbing its way forward. Meanwhile, this creature here, it didn't like that slowing down effect thing that happened. It will like try to really grab True Warrior and take her into the hole behind it. Drag her in there.
I don't want to go.
Well, pick.
You don't want to go?
How do you respond? What action do you do?
Well, with my speed.
Well, what is she doing? Is she trying to fight it? Stab it? Or do you just want to not have that happen?
You can fight it.
Fight it. Gonna
punch it again?
Yeah, I consider punching it.
It didn't seem to have much effect last time.
Yeah, but last time I didn't roll very well.
The risk here is you get dragged into the hole with it.
What the hell?
So you see True Warrior punching it as its big, thick front legs just sort of dig into her sides and just drag her in as it submerges into the warm wax-filled pocket hole.
I'd like to resist that, please.
All right. So there's 2 points to it. There's a mild bit of damage as it digs into you, and then there's getting dragged into the pocket hole, the wax hole.
I'd probably say resist being dragged into the hole and then armor the rest.
Yeah.
Right. It's a level 1 wound.
Oh, it's just level 1 wound.
Be lacerations.
My armor can take that.
All right.
That's enough with just that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 1 point of armor is all that takes.
And then, how does True avoid getting dragged into the hole?
By continuously fighting and kicking it.
Just basically parry it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go into that hole.
I think that's pretty fair. Roll to resist.
Yay!
Total resistance.
All right. Well, it will still make its way, not quite in the hole because you're fighting it at the same time, but getting down. Like it really wants you with it before it goes all the way down.
We don't want it to leave us. We want it.
I guess I can't do anything to keep it here.
Well, you can especially try to not get distracted. You could follow it with it to sort of do a fighting, let it do fighting withdrawal, or it's open to having you come with it.
Well, I kind of want to just grab a leg and just drag it back.
Well, we'll give the others a chance to react to what's happening right now, but it's might be a possibility, yeah.
Did you guys just notice
the grubs are coming? Like there's one going for Vice and there's one going for Ashley. They seem to just be really good at eating stuff.
Guys,
and have these manure pellets seems to have been their food.
Mm-hmm.
Now they come for you though.
Guys, we've talked for 3 hours and 33 minutes.
Yes.
And there was a time that it was 33 seconds, but y'all missed it.
Oh.
Anyway.
3.
Well, I have a thing I want to do.
All right.
Because this thing is trying to run away, and we need it. So it's time to uncork the big surprise, which is of course the titanium alloy electrified net that Ziegler has with him.
Mm-hmm.
That he has loaded into a net grenade that he's going to shoot at this thing to net it and shock it into place.
Mm-hmm.
It is not getting away.
Another Ares product.
Yes.
You want to just
fine.
You want to just do the same thing as last time.
Yeah. Fine Ares products.
You have access to it, so one cred and one karma. Because you could have easily bought it. You met with them, as it turns out, recently, and the deal is still going. So yeah.
This is for
I guess we see like a combined flashback at some point after this whole sequence where he's like, "Oh, one of them. I have to have one of those, though."
Mm-hmm. Clearly.
That and that and that and that. Right now, we just see him be super awesome, pulling all this shit out of his pants and throwing it. All right.
We're gonna shoot it. Shoot it.
Shoot it real good.
It's a 6.
Yeah. This would just be risky. There's be missing or hitting something electronics or some such. But yeah, the net flies. It lands on his face. Like as it explodes in the air, right? Like slinging the thing over it. It does like the hissing sound, like then like jitters a bit. The electricity doesn't seem to quite do as much as it would against person. Probably because it's a bug and has a different interaction with that sort of thing. But it begins smoking out of its joints, which is probably a good sign. And sort of writhes and jitters and begins to rip into the net, trying to get it away. As you can see, like the sparks from the net, right? Like that big snapping sound of electricity. They're running through it. Yeah. Meanwhile, maybe that distracts Ashley and Vice from being grubbed, but
well, what does Vice do with her grub?
Get grubbed.
I mean,
Vice has tase. That's always an option.
Does have tase? I might tase it. That's a pretty solid option.
It's a valid thing.
Why don't you shoot it again?
I mean, the whole point is we want to see if we could take one of them, right?
Yeah, we might as well take this round to try and take one alive. Incapacitate one.
Ziegler's the smoking net thing over the thing. It's like, shoot her!
Vice will try zapping it. I think. Zapping on the grub in front of it.
It's risky. The risk here being that it pops from the heat.
Sure.
And that it bites you.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright.
In reverse order, I take it.
Well, yeah. Basically, if you don't do it, it's dead still.
Okay.
And it bites you, but.
Okay. Well,
if you succeed with a complication, it bites you while you still do get it. So.
Let's see how well we do this. 4.
It bites you, but you also stun it, and it doesn't pop.
Hooray!
That would be a level 2 wound.
Level 2.
I guess gouged leg would function. As its big mandible things just clip through your pants and just into your leg. It just begins to basically just eat. Doesn't even care to kill you first or something. It's just super hungry.
Well, I'm only on 2 used, which leaves me with 3 left. So, I'll take my heavy armor for that.
Right. So he hits it like a thong. As its mandibles clip on metal, like chainmail, something like that.
Yeah, doesn't have a great day.
And then it gets like stunned and rips until it like smokes as well. Probably slightly grilled and just curls into this like, like a larvae folded up form.
So is that one successfully capped now?
Yeah, it seems so.
Okay.
Cool.
So you have no problem with Ashley just shooting this thing?
I don't.
Because Ashley doesn't really have a good way to KO. She's not really good in melee. She's just good with gun. And gun is not
Wrestles
good
it.
before.
Get it. Yeah, shoot it.
Yeah, in which case Ashley is going to basically be kind of continuing her like darting to move back or shooting it.
Right, the risk is it bites her before. It's risky.
Mm-hmm. It's fair. No, it's not D20. No, not D20. It's a 4.
She gets it, but it gets her too. You know the drill at this point. Level 2 wound.
Well,
Gouged legs.
Ashley didn't get her leg gouged.
No?
Ashley is very acrobatic.
Okay.
And at one of the points where it's about to bite her, as she moved back, she basically just did kind of a dive back and a bit of a handstand as she put the shot out.
Damn. It's handstand shooting.
She is she got very good at this. Very good at this.
Yeah, no, it's
Amazingly
easy
good.
for her.
She is an elite Shadowrunner for a reason.
Elite Shadowrunner.
Hey,
That's what you would say too.
of course it is.
Hacksaw Decker skills.
Fucking Deckers. I'm a war veteran over here. You go with your damn typing and your.
So, Joe was going to charge this thing, but right now, it seems to just be fighting this net, like ripping and tearing at it.
Subdue it!
It's like skittering sound.
Punch
Is-
it, it's burning.
What if I punch it? I get sapped.
I don't
The net
know.
is covering its sort of face area and like front body. Its legs are in the hole with all the waxy stuff.
Maybe you can stop it being in the hole.
Maybe
is-
cut up the legs and stuff. I don't know.
Is there a closing around with the? Can I close the net around it and just pull the net
Pull it
Down.
out, like, to drag it back up.
with the net?
That would be desperate.
Sure.
Sounds like a
But
yes.
you would be able to basically want to move it out of the hole.
Yeah, with the net. So.
The risk here is getting shocked and getting like hurt by it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm using my strength again in this case.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crit.
All right. What do you want as an additional benefit?
That
A minor extra thing to
Maybe
dragging it up here.
can it be
Perhaps
that
with your foot you manage to flick the lid on the hole
so it can't get out?
so it can't get out down again.
But you'd stop it from climbing back down if you did that.
I was kind of thinking of just making it, knocking it out.
It's not really
That would be
mine.
a major benefit.
Then sure, let's close
I mean,
the
you
lid.
could just do something flipping on its back, for example.
No, I don't want to get tased. Oh, flip the bug on its back.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
fuck
you
you.
meant that. I thought you
As a
meant.
benefit, I throw myself on my back.
I thought you meant that I would jump on its back.
I mean, perhaps doing that can make it easier for Chew to like subdue it. Like
Right.
softer section.
Sure, I'll flip it on its back.
Right, this is on his back, like flipping its legs out, like crazy buck thing. Though it doesn't seem to grow too great at like flipping over again. it begins to push with its wings and such, but certainly isn't graceful.
Okay then. So what do you guys want to do?
I mean, cutting off its escape is a good thing.
Personally, go home, but I mean, you know.
I mean, you've done a pretty good job there. Pretty good.
Do you want me to?
There's
Whoa!
stuff happening.
Whoa! Someone just yelled, "Kill
Background TV.
yourself!"
Background TV. It's great.
So,
Don't
You
listen
know.
to him, Tony.
Shut up, Avengers.
Oh, is it
uh,
Avengers?
who wants to act? Shu has just flipped the thing on his back after dragging out of the hole.
All right. Well, okay. Maybe it's time for the last grenade, the piece de resistance here, which would be the military grade bug spray grenade.
Just don't kill it.
Well, if there's anyone who sells that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is the stuff. This is what they use to keep these things contained.
We do want to knock it out, remember, not kill it.
No,
Right.
contained.
they have certainly got things for it, though most of their best stuff isn't publicly available, and they don't have it here, obviously. Because what if someone stole it? That would be terrible.
Terrible.
No, instead, you got what this is what Shadowrunners use to fight bugs,
Mm-hmm.
and it is supposedly very good.
All right, we'll take it.
To subdue?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, because these things are really fucking hard to kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
to give it the
That's
strongest
good
stuff, and it'll probably survive it. We just need it out of commission for a few hours.
This is out of commission for this thing, or for anything else. So, when your attacker comes for you, and you don't know his intentions, but you're not maybe ready to kill him yet, or maybe you need him for something afterwards, or maybe you just would like to consider your options for ending his life quickly and painlessly.
Painfully.
So you want to keep him around for a little bit
Both.
until you can think of the best way
Yeah.
to end him quickly.
See, like Ares and Ziegler understand each other. There's a beautiful relationship with grenades here, and there's such nice people to
This
have.
one is a heavy mucus. Then
All right. Yep.
grenade. It is made to clog up airways mainly.
All right.
Heavily. It is made from a synthetic version of the like a slime eel,
All right.
basically.
Oh, a
What they call
hagfish.
hackfish, yes.
Oh yeah, the hagfish. Mm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Basically, don't put them in water. It says
No.
don't put the grenade in water. But throw it. Doesn't have an ignition even.
All right.
It's the same deal, I think. It's the similar level of power. It's something they can do. You splurge in money on them, and they enjoy it from you. And in return, you get stuff that you want.
All right. I have frozen it. I have electro titanium net around it, and now we're gonna mucus it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get some assistance from the droids here because I really want to hit with this thing.
Yeah. The risk here is that the thing falls in the hole instead.
Didn't you close the hole?
No, she flipped it back.
I flipped
Oh.
it.
Oh, okay.
It's risky.
Alright, that's fine.
We're not in direct danger here.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You hit it basically, and you see, it's like a really wet sneeze happening on it, right? It's like and then you just see this like foamy stuff, gray ooze thing, just like go and envelop it. It's like it's beginning to tear in the net and like rip its way through it and such, gouging little places like plates out of the floor as this just sort of completely covers it in this oozy slime stuff, and it begins to sort of twitch and move its legs frantically for a while. Being on its back, however, and stuck in a net, it can't really flip over. And so slowly it begins to like until the legs all curl up, like sort of like a closed, dried hand around its body as it lays there, very, very still, sort of like a dead fly you find in the window position.
Oh no.
laying there, just sort of laying there with all this mucus covering it, broken net pieces in his legs, like still they're smoking as its body slowly heating up from the cooling. You can see like there's like a place where its body plate has warped a little bit due to the temperature difference.
Stop pulling the mucus out of poor hagfish, damn it.
They need it.
Yeah, they need it. They need that stuff.
Look at the jar says hagfish slime.
Yeah, for horrible reasons. No hagfish.
For your grenade, apparently.
Meanwhile,
You should thank Vancouver.
Meanwhile, Vice has a grub. It's all curled up.
Put it in the bag and let's get the fuck
put
out
it
of
in
here.
the burlap
The grub is sort
sack.
of the small of a seal or a small dog. You can sort of carry it in both your hands.
We have like a duffel bag for this, surely.
I mean,
Put it in the duffel bag.
Grub in
I mean,
the
I'm willing
grub
to
bag.
do that if you want to do
Sure.
something.
I have a duffel bag for the grub.
And
Turn to the massive.
Like
and
if I,
then we'll take out like a huge one of these, like because in it's a factory sort of thing, so they probably have like these huge. What do you call them in English? It's called like a fire blanket in Swedish, if we just directly translate. Like this huge like
Oh, those.
thing that you could throw over a fire to like
They're
stamp it
called
out.
fire blankets in the
yeah, we
UK.
literally call them fire
Alright.
blankets.
Yep.
There we go then.
Well, let's wrap that around it. And
Yep. Let's use that. Put fire blankets over the thing and let's carry it out very quickly.
Oh, they have that.
Oh,
They have them
wonderful.
in
it's really
stock.
good.
In fact, somebody was lazy and just dumped them in a pile in the corner of this room
Oh,
instead of
so
putting them
alright.
around the place.
All right. Great.
Yay.
Wrap it up in a fire blanket and let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's wrap it up like a burrito.
Drag it or
Yeah,
Yeah,
choose
yeah,
the
we
right.
carry it. Yeah.
Okay, we carry it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, we found these blankets, very not up to code, and we will take these with us. Goodbye.
Mhm.
It does seem like you would have a limited time before this. Basically, its
hurrying.
airways have been clogged up now. Its trachea system is full of mucus, and it'll slowly sort of begin running out of its trachea system again. It was sort of pushed up there with the force of a grenade.
Yep.
It's very unpleasant stuff. Stained the whole room, really.
Yeah, well,
You know,
This entire place is not code.
so it can't really breathe right now, which means that it's put in like a stasis state. But given time, it will flip up again.
as we exit out of here, very quickly, as I said again, can we just initiate the incineration process to burn like everything in these tanks?
Just make it all go super hot.
Yeah, just melt it.
Maximum fire, no cooling. Just
Because we don't want to leave this nest here, right?
But basically, can we run like an incineration cycle on this?
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that.
Turn on incineration cycle, and then we leave. And we're like, yeah, we're burning some trash down there. Check on it in a few hours. But if just probably not check on it. Probably don't go down there.
We found some interference in the pipes and we
Yeah.
we fixed it for you.
Well, as you go out there, basically, a couple of them have like a list of stuff, and they just want to talk to you here and now to assure you that that some of the things you might have seen, they might have think out of code, they would like to explain.
And as they do so slowly,
Given-
we hear like a buzzing sound from the big like blanket pile. Like, bzzzt.
Like there's like a part of it twitches. And you're-
Yes.
the snap of like electricity like comes in, and there's like smoke and like smell of like burnt.
And we're like,
air.
oh, don't worry, we'll
They look at it
find
like,
out.
that seems something for Vice to just get them away from us.
Yeah, I'm sure Vice can handle that pretty
And
easily.
Perhaps Vice and Ashley kind of like go off, kind of like are marching off ahead.
Why-
You
why-
want to be fast here.
We want to be very fast, yes.
This could take a lot of time, or just make you very suspicious, very much more suspicious. Basically, when they see you, they're like, well, "This is not an inspection.
Well,
What is this? Duffer
essentially my-
bags and like massive blanket-covered sack things being dragged around."
Well, essentially, my idea here essentially is, so for example, Ziegler helps move along the grub, and Vice has got this thing. Or as I said, Tune Warrior's got this.
Whereas probably going to need some help with that.
There's drones.
It's just its dimensions.
There's drones.
There are drones. Drones are great help.
They're like
Just
under it.
stuff the grub into one of the drones.
Like meanwhile,
Report maker.
like
It's all buttered up.
No, don't say that.
Yes, butter it up.
No.
basically though, my idea is while Ziegler and like the drones and like True Warrior are like dealing with like moving them, perhaps
we're
like
packing them into the cars.
perhaps like Ashley and Vice have kind of like gone up have kind of like marched on up ahead to make sure that we actually can get away properly.
Yeah.
And we encountered them at the top there, and we just looked like the most annoyed inspectors in the world, and start just kind of walking. And of course, they want to, of course, they want to explain everything that they've seen, so they're gonna follow along and like try to explain it to us as we act very annoyed.
We're like, this is, I don't have the words to explain it. I don't. And, the report's going to take me at least a week because I just can't figure out how I'm going to write the report about this place. It's just...
we've got citation for... We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages?
Seems like you're acting here. Yeah.
Acting?
I mean, I got acting. You can always aid me on that one.
Yeah, I'll aid you.
That brings me up to 2 dice of acting, so I mean, that's a thing. Depending on what difficulties is, I don't think it's risky. I'm desperate, but...
The failure here is that they do, in fact, keep you. The risk is that they will alert their superiors and important security people who might actually care what's going on here. That, hey, stuff's going down. There's like things are happening that shouldn't be.
So desperate?
No, it's risky.
Oh.
Okay, I'll go ahead and push myself for an extra dice as well. Not like any of us have done in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a 5.
All right. So basically, you can brush them off, but they're going to be checking up on this later, potentially generate a little more heat for you than they otherwise would have. As they're just gonna not check up on this. They're like, this is not. Like, I'm not gonna argue with them, but
maybe
as in the background, like Shu and Ziegler like beats
like
on it like
strapping
with a pipe.
giant thing to it.
Dunk.
Well, perhaps so. Actually, Vice has, as we've been kind of going along with this, AI idea for you, Halldamir. Perhaps as we've been going along, Vice has been like making comments about some particular people on those two, the ones who like came up to us with some of those, and like management's really not going to see these guys. They're going to get such an earful, and like try to basically subtly try to encourage them. Maybe they shouldn't actually. That's not a good idea. Maybe I should stay away from that, just in case.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. Like, our supervisors can know, and engineering don't want to talk to management. So maybe management,
Maybe we should ask management to make a trip down here to see them.
It's like we're putting up word for another week of vacation, for them. And as
You're trying to
thanks.
resist the consequence, no?
Yes. The whole point is resist the consequence with how we do it.
Yeah. Wow. 3.
Okay, that's costly, but
That was
It took her some time to actually learn all these fucking bureaucrats' names.
Yeah. Took a while.
you still okay though?
Yep, just about.
Okay.
Oh God, my
What would be
brain.
interesting is just broke down the point. I don't care about your problems. Stupid ass.
Shut up!
Complete fucking
I mean,
diva on them.
was...
I am famous. You're nothing. You're nothing worthless.
I mean that's almost one of the worst resistant rolls we've had.
Yeah, especially on a 4d6.
Mm-hmm. I've had one worse, which was a 2, which was like 2 2s and like all ones.
Choo choo choo.
Choo choo.
Yeah,
Choo choo.
there's like how do you plan to transport this thing?
I mean, we have the grub in the back, like in the trunk, and for the big thing, I have
Trailer?
a trailer, yeah, like a horse trailer,
Rented a horse trailer.
Yeah,
That we may have reinforced.
yeah. It's this is Shadowrun. They have
horse trailer
yeah.
rent.
Yeah, for big scary horses. You know, the horses used in pit fights.
For pit fights.
A mad pony.
Yeah,
They're cybernetics enhanced
murder ponies.
cyber leg murder ponies.
Yeah,
New
Hugo's great ancestor, great
with literal
successors.
lasers shooting out of their eyes.
Literal face lasers.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, we knew we
And
can
for good measure, let's see if you can drive well enough that because the risk here is basically that it's gonna wake up while you're transporting, right? That's a bit of a risk.
Sure.
But I don't think it's really easy for me to justify giving you more than one drive. Just see. That's kind of what that represents: is your knowledge of the streets and how to get to places fast.
I will put everything into a roll because again, this is something I do believe that we need to succeed on. So we'll
The risk
throw.
here is risky.
Yeah.
If it fails, it wakes up. If you get a medium, like a partial failure, it will not. It will just sluggishly be thrashing, maybe enough to gather some extra heat, or damage the car or trailer.
Okay. All right. Well, here goes. Everything is assisting. Anyone else wants to assist? By the way, I'm at 7 die at the moment.
Sure.
I can't without exploding, so.
It's fine.
I'll assist.
All right, sure.
8 die.
Shu
Two is making
is
sure.
inside the trailer, like keeping it down. Like no.
One leg being straight, ripping at it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Well
That's
done.
a success, which I guess means that you just make it, and
The critical success.
it is.
Triple.
But I don't know what better thing to do than completing the
there.
mission.
Triple
Yeah,
crit,
basically,
yes.
you managed to get there. It seems to just be like a shack sort of hut area in a lower part of town. However, looking inside, it is like painted with just these weird symbols. There's like a couple of people around, just
Tattoos.
like sitting, and it's like dragged into like a circle and such. They don't really talk much to you. They're just working. It seems like they've been waiting for this for a little bit. Yeah, you're basically left outside with these things just disappearing inside.
Sure.
I mean, at that point, we
There's
leave.
no more bullshit. You got a triple crit on that, I think.
We leave.
Yeah. And you will get paid your bonus as well.
Yay! Because
Yeah, we did a decent
grubs
job.
It's
and a
past midnight. Let's run through the post stuff quickly, because I think people,
We also have our own. We also have a B team. We still haven't done anything with this time. Okay.
Yeah. We'll just do what we did last time with them and push them.
So
to-
we get a bonus because they got a big one and a baby. Yay!
How much? How
Yay!
much get paid?
You did this very quietly.
Yay!
And they are not high enough. No, this was really not. You just get 1 heat with arcane.
Okay, that's good.
It's very quiet, very low exposure.
Yay!
Yeah. Then we have the payoff.
I have no idea how much we get paid this time, but we should be good.
Yeah. Yeah. Connection level of 4 now. Or 3, that is. So
Yeah.
you would get for this 6 cred.
6 cred. Okay, so that is 1 each. 1 each 2 volt.
Sure.
Everyone got that?
How much each?
Hello?
One each?
1 each. 1 each 2 volt. I suppose we can. I'd be willing to let Ziegler have an extra one because.
Yes, I would request an extra one because I spent quite a lot of credits on
Fancy crap.
subduing this damn thing.
I can agree to having that. Anyone else?
Sounds
That's
great.
fine. if Ziegler's getting sassy, then I'm cool with it. He's like, excuse me.
Excuse me. Have you seen this bill?
Okay.
That I paid for this.
Okay, one each.
I
to the
paid for
bolt.
this shit.
Okay,
It's like
one-
going shopping and billing your company for it.
Yeah, girl, this is business expenses. Damn it.
So one each, 2 to the bolt, and 1 bonus, 1 to Ziegler.
Hooray!
Jonas?
Yep.
Can you do the snap for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you! I love you! I can't do it myself.
Yep.
It's
That's
confirmed
amazing.
Jonas is the sassiest.
I am the sassiest.
He is the sassiest.
But now, after payment, what's
He dresses
I thought you
his
said
dog
for now
like-
just then.
That's how sassy he is. The finest latex for his dog.
Yes, so after payment, we got XP.
Yeah.
Or is it entanglement you want to go for?
Yeah, I am doing one, but it won't immediately have an effect. So,
Okay.
Yeah. Experience. Yes, that's something we do. Also, let's have the crew. Crew rep goes up by 2 points.
We've nearly maxed out our rep.
Yay.
Then you only need 1 more to raise because you got an arsenal.
That's true.
You can actually just mark the last one with like an A. Just keep it there, so remember it. The crew, it was very subtle, so the reputation for being subtle certainly goes up.
Yeah.
That gets experience.
So 1 XP.
Yeah. You did a successful mission, which gives you 1. I don't know that it really included the sort of inherent ideologies and motivations of the team, though. Particularly, like it was.
We hate bees, but I don't know if
No, it's very much like it was not like a killing a hated rival or some such. It was more like doing a job that you kind of agreed with too.
We're getting rid of
We
something we
ran
feared
against someone
a lot.
we do hate.
Sure.
Yeah.
You did flip a big bug on its back after punching it twice.
Yeah.
I think that probably counts as you fulfilling your role.
Yeah.
gain XP.
Your playbook XP there.
Yeah. Isn't it pretty?
Everything you ever wanted.
Is that everything I ever wanted?
All right. Don't
Oh,
know
no,
that your background came up.
Nah.
Don't know that your vice came up.
Nah, I don't have any mice. Nah, dog.
Mr. Ziegler.
Rough. Ja, ich bin Dr. Konrad Gottfried
Did
Ziegler.
your
Hello.
history? Well, did you first and foremost? I mean, yeah, you did come up with knowledge experimentation. It's
Yes.
sort of what you do. You paid other people to do it for you. That means you're good at it.
I'm so good, I have other people working for me now.
Did your background come up?
Yes.
Okay.
I think. I did mention it a few times, but I don't know.
Right.
It's-
No, I mean,
It did
Yeah,
get,
I
if you can justify it,
it
then,
did get mentioned.
then,
I also
then you
mentioned
kind of
it.
want to, right?
It's in my recollection, but I don't remember, and it's gonna bug me for the rest of the night.
It's one of the ones that comes
Oh.
up often, I think, because
It's like,
it's
what
relevant
was
to a
it
lot.
that wasn't Ziegler's background that came up today?
Well, it's all recorded, so in a few days you could find
Yeah.
out.
Just
Yeah, but that's
scrub
gonna be in a few days.
And I'd say that that AI research DS data did also come up. Not really as much a complication. Well, I suppose it could be a complication,
It was a major topic.
but it comes up enough that I would say that it was a thing.
I agree.
It's when you sassed, you sassed Vice.
Yes.
No,
I did.
not Vice.
Ash, yeah, I sassed Azure Web.
You sassed. That's when it came up.
Just doing this
Phew,
stupid
now I
hand
can
stat
sleep.
stuff, and it's like,
So, Vice,
ugh.
social
There we go.
grace or leadership?
Yeah.
Discarded drug addicted pop star.
No, not really.
And your vice is Yakuza drugs.
Didn't really
We
that much.
kind of
Didn't
did
come up
talk
bad.
about the first time you met the dog was because it poked you when you woke up, when you were laying drugged out on the couch. But I don't know if that's counts.
Well,
I guess
well,
that's
Vice
kind of
specifically
stretching
says
it.
complication.
Yeah.
based on
Yeah.
device and flaws. Which you have flaws, so that's why you.
I have flaw.
You're
Oh,
getting good
Doc
experience
does.
generally because you're doing your roles pretty.
I have a flaw, and I've got XP for it once or twice. So
So, Ashley,
I did.
challenge with deception or evasion.
I ended with deception, getting us out of
Sure
that.
did, yeah.
It was also evading a problem. So
Street Kid X Gang Hacker.
I don't think that came up as much today as it did before.
I'd say that you'd certainly talk to Ziegler about AI stuff because you're a hacker.
That's true. That certainly came up. Yeah,
Seems relevant. Like your role is not Decker.
that's true.
Your background is your Decker thing. That's where that comes from. Because your role is infiltrator. You might as well be like a James Bond type with that one.
I mean, certainly, it's the reason I got that cyberware. It's the exact same thing.
Digital fame, or give a damn? Not really.
They went bigger in the spotlight today, but it's certainly true what you said. Actually, with 2 XP, I'm going to stick those into presence.
I was fighting not to say it, to hum that melody.
Need a button for it.
It's good that there's someone to do it.
I was
Every
like,
time that
don't-
Ashram does that
I
stuff.
was like, don't do it, Tina. You're strong. You don't have to do it.
You have advanced the agenda of as technology.
Oh,
And
man.
we're okay with this time.
Is Mr. Sitlon happy that he got a live, it is so fresh, it is still kicking.
Yeah.
And you got a larvae.
He's pleased with your performance.
And you got a slightly
Only-
stunned larvae.
Only the night shift can bring you kicking fresh bugs to your door.
Yeah. He will not move back to a 3 yet, though. He,
What? We gave him a promotion, basically.
promotion.
No, we
Yeah,
haven't.
who's gonna become the next big wizard?
No, he was the other guy's boss.
Mhm. He was the last guy whose boss, we killed his subordinate.
Yeah, we
Oh.
killed his pet.
I mean, it would be patronizing to say to him, but I do hope he contains this damn thing.
I
It's like,
have a,
oh no, we forgot to lock the door. I don't know.
yeah, I have a feeling.
It's gonna be like Metroid.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I
Just
have,
remember to keep it in the
Giant
jar.
dinosaur pirate has escaped.
Oops,
Yeah,
we accidentally dropped the jar with the very dangerous thing, and
Oh well.
yeah,
because
ne-
it's not a mouse problem.
It's Umbrella Corporation level of incompetence.
yeah. Next time though, we plan to run against Arius. We will. Because what his next job would refresh was to capture Ari scientists.
We'll see. We'll see what we do next time.
Mhm.
I'm not signing
up.
up necessarily against.
The point
Beyond
is,
that, next time there's also the potential meeting with
With AI.
the followers of Messiah.
that's also
Yep.
true. And potentially something else might come up.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But, I mean, this was successful, and we're not at war, which is a very nice feeling.
It's very
Yeah,
nice.
it's magical. I didn't get any crit in close combat, so I didn't get to clear karma.
But you totally did get a crit in close combat.
No, that was resist. I don't know if that counts.
No, you got. No,
You
you get,
flipped the thing on his back.
the net was.
Oh.
That was from a crit.
Oh my god, then I get a clear karma.
It's a really
Victoria
nice.
is the one who rarely uses stuff because she mostly doesn't resist stuff because of the huge amounts of armor. It's
Mhm.
like 5 armor or something at this point. And then she also usually doesn't engage that much in either logic nor presence, mostly just body stuff, in which she is a sort of a demigod level
Yeah,
skill, Herculean skill.
I wanna get better at
So,
at religion, because I don't know. I think it fits,
Sure.
and it has happened twice that I want to know something about religion. So
Meanwhile, I want to
um,
continue leveling up my presence. I want to get acting up because it's something that Vice can't do, but I can.
Yeah. I
Also,
physically
I'm
can't.
getting-
It's not a thing I
I'm
can-
getting kind of scared if I'm gonna be picked up next time on the street and I just tell them everything. I'd be so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't go with like a flavor, would it?
So yeah, I'm working on getting my presence up.
Do you have an idea what you want to take as your present skill? Would it be like survey, maybe? Or
I'm gonna pick survey. Yeah.
mean, it's not a bad one. Being able to search around, me and Vice can't do it at all.
I'm gonna do both. So I can get better at resisting people, so I don't tell them everything, you know. Because that was just not that would break her, that she was at fault, that her team got thrown in jail, and she's like, no.
But you could take the deal, and you would get to live. Just sell them out. That's usually how it works, right? Like,
Yeah.
when the heat gets up to wanted level 3, and they're like helicopters in the sky every night for you, then somebody, like, if I don't give the others out, they might give me out.
Well,
So,
that's the thing.
how far will they go for me?
That's the thing. It's not about how far they will go for Chu. It's how far she will go for them. But it would break her in two if she was at fault that her team got, sold out because of her. So that's why she's working hard on getting,
The problem with Shadowrun loyalty in that way is that you have to be, if you want to get out of it, you have to be the one who sells the others out before they sell you out. So how far can you trust that they will not, because they're in the same position?
Sure.
So how far can it go before?
Well, Chur is gonna die a Shadowrunner anyway, so. Like if she finds out that, her team is just using her and they're just.
If someone sold her out, make her take the fall.
It depends on if they, tortured.
If they just did it to get away with it themselves.
If she would expect some decency.
Yeah.
But I guess she's very naive on that account. But, that's kind of what she's been raised as. Being kind of naive.
Lots of talk in this session, not as much action. Crimped stuff down a little bit, I think. But,
yeah, but,
Hope you had fun, and I won't hold you here anymore. There's it's past midnight, so our game time is technically over. You can feel free to go to bed. Really, that's really all we're gonna be doing, right? So
I'm gonna go to bed.
I will say it was amazing that this mission went so smoothly.
You know,
I was really surprised.
That was
With-
perfect.
that area's access helped a lot, I think.
with give me grenades and I'm
Yeah.
at an arsenal and I can do stuff.
Well,
there's
there's
nothing.
money, time, and
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
just
stop the stream here. as
just grenades solve all my problems. It's just how it is.
well.
Lovely.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.